Alright, hello gamers, welcome back to the show. I'm your charming self-proclaimed yet still humble host, Mukluk. That's our new intro. I hope you guys like it. We're still trying some things out. The old intro was getting a whole bunch of... Basically, someone was abusing the YouTube copyright system. They did not own the music to the old intro, and they kept DMCAing it because they owned something very similar, and it was becoming a pain fighting them on every single day for every single stream. So we did some new royalty-free music on the intro and swapped out some clips with some newer ones. Ellie says, as a Guardian main, I don't know... what is this? I don't know how to feel about my new favorite streamer. I got hooked after finding it out. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with Guardian. Just know that it's kind of like being the jock in high school. Like, you know, you can do no wrong. Like, the other classes look at you like you bully them, but then, like, anytime they fight back, the teacher turned around just then, so you never get in trouble for anything. That's the Guardian. It's ArenaNet's favorite class. It's not even close. Have a Yours Tuesday. You as well, Killjoy. It's a ref to get back to the days when Guardian was severely overplayed. It not just overplayed, like, for example, there was like a 5-year period after Path of Fire. Guardians were the only class that could just pump out copious amounts of stability and Aegis. So you frequently, if you were a healer of any other class, like a Druid or a Tempest or something, you could not get a group. And it was just because of the game balance was just non-existent when it came to healers. I would argue Mesmer has taken over as ANET's favorite Nepo baby, but Guardian and Necro are definitely up there as well. I took a break after Path of Fire 5 years. That explains why this went over my head. Yeah, it's really, it started with Firebrand. Firebrand is... Compare it to literally any other elite spec. Firebrand gets 3 new weapons. Their F1, their F2, and 3 are weapon swaps, right? So they have 5 weapons worth of abilities. Compare that to, like, Soul Beast can merge with their pet and lose their pet. Like, nothing from that time where all the elite specs came out with Firebrand, nothing compares to the Firebrand. It is just insane. Like, you could be any Firebrand, like a DPS one, a quickness one, a heal one, and you have a mountain of utility before you spend a single trade point.
Mukluk dancing, Mukluk dancing, Mukluk dancing, Mukluk dancing.
Hey, Mandar Star, thank you. Appreciate that. When is daylight savings? Corwin says March 8th. Is that true? Oh boy, that's sneaking up on me. That's gonna be here pretty soon. Alright. How are the new spec for support nowadays? They're good. The newest one, Ritualist is really good, Luminary's really good, Paragon's really good. There's some nice ones. Look, what do you think of Power Conduit? I've been trying it out, but it's a pain to keep up the boons. I recently did a video where I tried out Heal Conduit, and it was pretty nice. I have not played Power Conduit. This is my first ever Mukluk stream, and immediately I'm catching strays as a Guardian main. I mean, right now I'm basically just giving a history lesson. Let's see. Let's hide this. Okay. Luminary and Troubadour is a new quick firebrand. Oh yeah, Troubadour. I forgot Troubadour. Yeah, that one's really good too. I always enjoy hearing your specs for new specs. Wait, I always enjoy hearing your thoughts for new specs as support roles. I've done videos on, like, an I tried video for each of the new ones. Now some of them have changed. Like, I did an I tried video for Amalgam, and then they changed Amalgam a bit very soon after that. So it's slightly different now, but most of the others are up to date. But yeah, they are quite solid. Like, I was lost in the midnight sauce for about 24 hours, but variety is the spice of life. Guild Wars Tuesday. You know, I occasionally do, as an old school WoW player, I occasionally have the urge to go back and play, like, on the hardcore servers. Yeah, like the stuff like the OnlyFangs and things like that. But I gotta say, I have had no temptation at all to go play Midnight. It's too different. One of your videos introduced me to Lord Heisen's content, and his builds are silly, and I love them. Yeah, he's great. Power Conduit brings up some non-game vibes. What about a temptation to go back to Diablo 2? I mean, maybe briefly. I played Diablo 2 when it came out, and I played it for thousands of hours, you know? Like, that was my game, you know, when that came out. But it getting an expansion 25 years later, it's certainly something. People are enjoying the new WoW expansion. They learned from Guild Wars did a lot for their open world, it seems. I mean, that's cool. I mean, they've been copying a lot from Guild Wars. The new remastered D2 is kind of pretty. Yeah. Yeah, the remaster, I don't know, it's kind of weird. For years I was joking that the people at Blizzard were never making new things anymore. They just kept polishing stuff that was made before they started working there. You know, like Overwatch 2, Warcraft 3 Reforged or Refunded. You know, WoW, and then they re-released WoW Vanilla, and then, you know, they re-released WoW Burning Crusade. And now D2 is just getting a remaster, and it's just like, Jesus, man. Like, oh my god. Hey everyone, what's up, Soap? Yeah, so seeing them just do a remaster for D2 and just slap a new class in there 26 years later, just, I don't know, it makes me really feel like they've given up. They did D4. Yeah, and that was so beloved, wasn't it? That game was full of plot holes. Since we're talking about games, have you ever tried Warframe? We've got one guy in the community that does not shut up about trying to get me to try Warframe. I have never played it. I recently tried Soulframe for the first time. And it was a bit of a mess. But I've never played Warframe. Mark, have you played a Diablo-like ARPG in 2025? I played 2 during Steam Next Fest last week. Crystal Fall and Darkhaven, I believe. Try Warframe. Warframe is one of those games where you have to play 100 hours just to start to understand the story. Oh, great. Have you been seen much on Monsters and Memories? A little bit, yeah. I know it's made by people who are diehard fans of EverQuest. It looks like something I would enjoy, but I would be nervous about if my audience would enjoy it if I played it on stream. But it is in early development, so... Do you have glyphs in your Homestead Gathering nodes? Yes. If so, what glyphs? Volatile. Volatile magic. About, like, 90% of the time, like, in 90% of situations, volatile is the most profitable. Which Diablo likes have you played? Dude, a ton. I played Diablo 1, Diablo 2, Diablo 3, Diablo 4, all their expansions and DLCs. Grim Dawn, Path of Exile 1, Path of Exile 2, and dozens of smaller ones. Last Epoch, recently. Like I said, 2 last week during Steam Next Fest. I do enjoy ARPGs. In my experience, they don't stream very well. But that's, I think most of my community that I've built up is like, you know, MMO. So when I play ARPGs, I usually have like half the viewership. Titan Quest. Yeah, I played Titan Quest way after its time. So it was a bit old even at that, you know, at that point. But I have played it and cleared it, yes. Yours to question. It's Tuesday. I'll ask tomorrow. Okay, Rag. Let's see. Gobblers. Okay. Grim Dawn is getting a big new DLC. Apparently, it's supposed to be the last one. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter, I think. Mike, what's the best key to bind weapon swap? Mine is the, is it tilde? The button to the left of the 1? That's what I use for mine. What do you know about Warframe? I know that everyone in that game plays a curvy robot ninja. It does not matter what your class is, you are a curvy robot ninja. That's it. I also know that if you want to make like a new Warframe, you have to start it and then you come back like 4 days later. Because it uses the same building model that Clash of Clans uses or something. Try Monster Hunter Wilds. I did. I did try that one. I played it for 4 hours. Yeah, I really hated that. Monster Hunter Wilds, like, had terrible controls. They could not be rebinded well. And the writing, like the story, was just... Dude, it's like they thought I was a kid watching Paw Patrol or something. And even when I tell other Monster Hunter fans, they're like, oh yeah, the writing in all the Monster Hunters sucks. I'm just like, you're okay with that? Like, it was really bad. It did not make sense. Noob here, level 63 Necro. I've been loving your YouTube. Guys, thanks for what you do. You're very welcome, Max. Thank you for the kind words. Are there any good websites to get good builds from? Also with expansion pack 1 to 2 only. I could definitely give you websites for good builds, but as far as just, you know, limit the expansion pack? What controller did you use? Mouse and keyboard. Same as I use for nearly every game. And it was, like, the controls were bad, and then on top of that, you couldn't rebind them. Sites will be fine as I plan on getting other expansions eventually. Gotcha. So, snowcrows.com, guildgym.com, let's see, metabattle.com. Those are my top 3. I would say hardstuck.gg, but I don't know if they've updated recently. The last time I checked, most of their builds hadn't been updated in a while. I don't know if that has changed. We Monster Hunter fans would get here to hunt monster and make armor, not to get the feely feels with nada. Yeah, it's pretty clear. Like I said, there's one Monster Hunter game I've cleared, which was Monster Hunter World, and the day I finished the main quest was the last day I opened the game. I got that far, but it's it kind of, playing Monster Hunter kind of feels like playing Dark Souls 1. It's really clunky. But the people that play those games like the clunkiness, you know? Like, just turning your character, you have to make, like, a U-turn at an intersection, you know? Like, you can't turn on a dime or anything like that. Like, your character is like driving a truck. And it's like, anytime you want to do anything, you have to plan it a few seconds in advance, because you're locking yourself into it. It's, but... That's what they enjoy.
The darkness remains strong here.
But yeah, Wilds was, in my opinion, significantly worse than World. World, I was able to finish. Wilds, I couldn't stand it, even after, like, 1 session. Monster Hunters is a franchise best played after the expansion comes out and is fully updated. Wilds has reworked PC optimization. Well, all I can say is at release, it was awful. Like, I often tell people, if a game says it supports mouse and keyboard, it can either have bad controls and allow you to rebind things, or it can have good controls. Either one of those is fine. But if it has bad controls and it doesn't let you rebind things well, then it's just, it's terrible. And honestly, they should take mouse and keyboard support off their Steam page. Did you hear Riftbreaker is getting an update tomorrow? Dude, I got my butt kicked in Riftbreaker yesterday. Oh man, we were trying the second to hardest map, and I still haven't figured out what to do on that. There's literally a monster on that game called a Cancer-Off. And it's this big, like, just ball, and it grows, like, out from itself. These, like, smaller zit things. And they have their own hit points, and killing them does not contribute to killing the big guy, and it will literally just roll over your base. It's awful. And it's like, it doesn't have any weaknesses, but it has some stuff it's immune to. So you just have to find the thing that actually does damage to it and hit it like 1,000,000 times. That's awful. I have not figured out a good way of handling that. Also, Monster Hunter only recently started developing their story. It wasn't their focus, unfortunately. Well, I really appreciate a good story, and Monster Hunter Wilds, at least the first 4 hours, did not have it. Also, the cats don't even cook the food anymore. That's, like, literally unplayable. Anyway, yeah, it wasn't for me. You must be really disappointed with the recent expansions, then. Recent expansions? Okay, so I think you're talking about, like, Guild Wars 2. I actually have a video where I gushed about how good I thought the writing was at the beginning of Visions of Eternity. Now, in Janthier, I found the story to be kind of meh. In Soto, I found the story awesome at the beginning, but I feel like it really fell off at the end. To be fair, you should try the demo for Monster Hunter Stories 3. I watched the trailer for it. It didn't make me want to play it, so I'm not going to. But it's just like, I don't know. I feel like with Monster Hunter is a beautiful game, but I feel like it's mostly like the writing is just whatever crazy thing they can think of to go kill that thing. You know, there's like no depth to it at all. And it's like, okay, fine, I get it. The main point is hunt monster, right? But even, it's like, okay, I can take bad writing if the gameplay's good. Again, my opinion, I'm not trying to change your thoughts on this. For me, the writing and the gameplay in that game was bad. Like, right now, I am lost in the sauce with Nioh 3. Nioh 3, story-wise, I have no idea what the muck is going on. Like, if you do not know the history of, like, feudal Japan, it is impossible to follow this. But the gameplay is a banger. The gameplay is really good. So if a game has good gameplay or good story, cool. If it's got both, amazing. If it's got neither, why am I here? Good morning, Mug Chat. Hi, Laura. Mug, if GTA 6's console, would you consider buying one? I honestly am not even sure I would play GTA 6 if it was given to me. Dude, I'm a guy who plays fantasy and sci-fi games. Playing a game that is about just like driving around the city and like robbing people and stuff like that, if I were sponsored and they were to pay me a few $1,000s to play it for a night, I'd think about it. Like, it's a maybe. Anything short of that's probably a no. Like, like it's Grand Theft Auto. It's like go steal car, drive it. Like, I could do that in real life once. It doesn't appeal to me. Why play GTA 6 when there's Red Dead Redemption 2? Yeah, like why rob gas station in game when there's one right down the street? Yeah, exactly. Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeehaw, Skyrim. The game where they actually made it to where in winter the horse's balls shrink. Yes. Yes, that one. I just did End of Dragons, and I was like, whoa, the story was good, but also the maps were incredibly beautiful. Best out of all the maps for me. Yeah, EOD is pretty good. I'd say Gyala Delve wasn't received incredibly well, but most of the others were. Finally, a streamer that doesn't say GTA 6 is the second coming of Jesus. Dude, my son's cousin, who's the same age as him, wanted GTA 5. And his mom was going to get it for him. And I don't know if she did, but I was talking to her. And I'm like, do you know what's in that game? And she's like, oh, you like drive around or something. He wants to play it. And I'm like, listen. I'm like, I remember I told her, I was like, look, in the Grand Theft Auto games, you can pay a stripper, or you can pay a hooker to have time with her, and then you could beat her up and take the money back. And she went like wide-eyed. And I was like, now I haven't been following them closely recently, but that's the kind of game that you're about to buy your kid. And she was like, what? I was like, look at what you're buying your kid. Like, God. Eye of the North. Anyway, yeah. That kid hates Mach. He doesn't know we had that conversation. Are they going to drop Guild Wars 3? Today? That would be amazing. I doubt it, though. They just pull an Apex Legends, just drop it out of nowhere. Try Warhammer 40k. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? I have played quite a few Hammers of War in my time. I've been playing this one off stream a lot, 1,500 hours. Alright, so Warhammer, what have I played in Warhammer? Total War Warhammer 3. What do we got? Dawn of War 2. Dawn of War 2 Retribution. Dawn of War 2 Chaos Rising. Vermintide 2. Dark Heresy Early Access. 40k Rogue Trader. Chaos Gate Daemon Hunters. Dark Tide. Space Marine 2. Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin. Mechanicus. Inquisitor Martyr. Inquisitor Prophecy. I think that's it. So those are the Warhammer games I've played. I actually got introduced to the Warhammer universe like 2 years ago at this point for the first time, and I've been lost in it ever since. This is good. It's very good. He has played some Warhammers, that's right. When Guild Wars 3 launches, all the Guild Wars 2 progress, including legendaries, is out the window. Sando, yeah, they're going to shut down the Guild Wars 2 servers, and they just want everyone to just buy the new thing. Yeah, no, I'm just making stuff up. Nobody knows. Like, we don't even know for sure if they're making a Guild Wars 3, so no one can answer any questions on Guild Wars 3. There's a lot of rumors and stuff like that. We know that ArenaNet is hiring people to work on projects, but they have not announced what the project is. And I'll remind you that when Silksong was announced, it was 6 years before we got to play it. So whatever they're cooking, I don't think we're going to get to play it anytime soon. Also, when Guild Wars 1 was out and they announced Guild Wars 2, there are certain things you can do in Guild Wars 1 to unlock prizes in Guild Wars 2. But yeah, your progress did not carry over between the two of them. So if they do a Guild Wars 3, they'll probably have a system like that where you can unlock some titles and cosmetics and stuff, but I don't think it's going to just like, I don't think you'll unlock power. Give me a report. Favorite Warhammer game so far? Oh, they're very different. Dude, I mean, like, Total War is an RTS and like a 4X type game, sort of. And then you've got, like, Dark Tide is like a first-person shooter. And then you've got Inquisitor Martyr, which is like an action RPG like Diablo. So, and the Chaos Gate Daemon Hunters is like XCOM. So, right? Like, they each scratch a different itch. And if you're a true Warhammer enjoyer, you are a very itchy boy. Lots of itches. Saw you in game. Hi, Muck. Hi, Cobalt. Draken, huh? Ephily, you let your Draken sub expire. Don't forget Mechanicus. Yeah, I would say Mechanicus was pretty cool. Not my favorite, but it was pretty cool. Mechanicus taught me a lot about the Adeptus Mechanicus. And then there's... Dude, what is coming out soon? There's like a new Dawn of War game coming out. There's Total War Warhammer 40k coming out. There's a Mechanicus 2 coming out, I'm pretty sure. There's a lot of neat stuff. Soto fell apart after update 1. Yeah, Soto at launch, I really liked the story. But in my opinion, like, it fell off in, you know, pretty hard after that. But again, in Visions of Eternity, I really like the story.
_24 gifted a tier 1 sub to C_alit. They have given 45 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Smashy. I don't remember what I was saying. Samsonite. Anyway. Oh yeah, Visions of Eternity. Visions of Eternity at launch, really like the story. As far as where is it going to go from here, I don't know. I do not know. I want to test something in the training room. Where's Lion's Arch? Agree about Soto. Love the start. It felt so creepy in the right way. They were towing the line of an MMO in a horror game, and I was there for it, and then it just became the most tame thing ever. Yeah. Then it was the power of friendship. Muck, what mount became obsolete after you unlocked them all? Bunny. The bunny. The bunny can go up, but the sky scale
Jive Crayfish gifted a tier 1 sub to Bum Carrot Beast. They have given 7 gift subs in the channel.
So the bunny goes up, sky scale goes more up. The bunny also has a CC, but the Warclaw has more CC and it's spammable. So the bunny is 100% replaced when you get every mount. Jackal? Jackal has a few niche things. The Jackal can put barriers on people. The Jackal can also do a 180 when you blink. You can change direction. No other mount can do it as rapidly as that. It's also the fastest mount uphill, which is a weird power, and also the Jackal is the only way to get through sand portals, and that's never changing. So the Jackal, while less useful than the others, it is more useful than the bunny. For sure. Honestly, I was shocked that Skimmer got an overhaul before the bunny did. Raptor? Raptor has got the canyon jump thing, and it has an AoE pull together, which is nice for setting up certain, fights.
Smash the _24 gifted a tier 1 sub to Shy Mordus.
Shy Mordus!
They have given 46 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Smashy. 46. Only 23 until the funny number. When is the next story update? So we just had... Hold on, where's the picture? Alright, we just had update 1. Update 2... So we just had the 3-month update. At the 6-month update, the story continues. Let's see. How does anyone live solely in escapism? It's been so very difficult to enjoy gaming with the state of the world. I mean... are we gonna get real for a second here? Hang on, which...
The Windshark gifted a tier 1 sub to 69 funny number. They have given 167 gift subs in the channel.
Alright, so... World is fine, just play games. I mean...
Hi there. Use the console to begin combat testing. If you have any
My outlook on life is if there is something going on and there is nothing I can do about it, I should try to not spend my time being depressed about that thing. Right? If there is nothing I can do about that thing, then I really need to just focus on other stuff. That's me. Now, if there is something affecting me that's bringing me down, yeah, don't put the blinders on. Do everything in my power to try to make that thing better.
Niovila gifted a tier 1 sub to Reality.
Yeah.
They have given 654 gift subs in the channel.
Yeah, like, if there's something happening and it's on the other side of the planet and I literally cannot do anything about it, focusing on that is not going to help anything. Reality doesn't deserve a sub. Thank you, Nioh. Spawn. How dare you be reasonable? Some would say I'm reasonable, some do not. Me drinking my milkshake through a soggy paper straw to save the world.
Mukluk bobble, mukluk bobble, mukluk dance in mukluk bobble, mukluk bobble.
Thank you, Kit Matt. I would say the Warclaw replaced the Raptor. The
An
Warclaw
anonymous
after
user
Janther
gifted a
probably
tier
does,
1
yeah.
sub to breedable_granny_fan.
What? What was that last one?
Things getting
Oh no.
gloom. I sent you a giveaway.
You sent me a giveaway. Oh goodness, hang on. What? What? What is this? 5 days ago, I got an in-game mail that just says, please help. What? Just call 911, buddy. Giveaway, but not for Charvon. What the heck? Oh my god. I came to the Aerodrome to do tests. Oh my gosh. Why? Is he feeling better, Jersey? A little bit. A little bit. Cleaning out. Yo! Oh my god, when do I give this out? I can't do this on just a Tuesday. I gotta do this on a special day. Oh my god. Thank you, Eternal. That's a few thousand gold. I see Eternal is still rich. Now you get the food I sent you? Yeah. I saw it that day, but I saw it after I had already bought it. But I hadn't pulled it out of my mail. Oh my gosh. Banish Primordius from giveaway. Let's see. Okay. The agony. Oh, and quickness. Self and bones. Go back. Environment. Pulsing. Moderate. Okay. I want to see. I want to see if I can keep up 25 might without the Jungle Stalker.
The lawnmower goes she area vovavoom shere and rice burners go wow 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 ow 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 ow.
What did you say to me? What? Yes, it looks like I can keep up the 25 might. That reminds me of those old, my Raffle Copter goes swash soy things. Looks like it slipped a little bit there. So yeah, it is possible, but the might uptime is a bit more strict, but it allows you to put out some barrier as a druid, which is interesting. Mug, if ArenaNet would release a ranger pet in the next story update, what role function would you like it to fill for the ranger? I would like it to have an F2 ability that provides a group of 5 with 1 stack of stability on like a 20 or 30 second cooldown. That would be huge. Like, for example, the Untamed. Like, they gave Heal Untamed the ability to support a party, but it's one of the only healers in the game that has 0 way of giving its party stability. So that would be what I would do. Now my brain hurts because of the noises. Sniper Wolf, thank you for the sub. Really appreciate the help. Mark, to unlock every weapon in Skyscale, do I need to complete anything beyond Obscure and Path of Fire? I finished Path and I'm starting Secrets. To unlock every weapon is Secrets of the Obscure. There's both Weapon Master Training and Expanded Weapon Proficiencies are both in Secrets of the Obscure. Skyscale, there is like, you can get Skyscale from Living World Season 4 plus Path of Fire, or you can get the Skyscale from Soto. Eventually, you want to do both because they both give new abilities to the Skyscale. And so once you've done both, you'll have all of the abilities. But you can just do one and then the other. Janthier for Spears. Oh, yes, true, of course. Land Spears is from Janthier. Very early on, though. Very early on. Okay, let me go put this stuff away. Can you ever ride your pet like it's a mount? No. No. I remember playing a hunter briefly in World of Warcraft, and you could get certain pets that looked exactly like your mount, and your pet didn't appear while you were mounted, so it kind of looked like you were using the pet as a mount, but no, there's nothing really like that in Guild Wars 2. Okie dokie. Boop. Boop. What is this worth? $55. Okay. Alright, and where's the big one? Shout out to Eternal Fragment. I got 3 Legos in here now. Need to find like an anniversary or something to celebrate and give these away. You can ride the Siege Turtle and use a baby Siege Turtle as a pet. Yeah, but those pretty clearly are different things. There's a Warclaw pet that matches the one skin. Yeah, there's a pretty big size difference, but yeah. Yeah, there's the Janthier Warclaw. Which is kind of in a weird spot. Because they gave it Bop, which is like a little CC. So it has ACC, and its F2 is 3 seconds of super speed on the party. But because it has a CC button there, it does less damage than every other cat, because they all have Maul there. Except the White Tiger, which has like a teleport thing. But they all have a damage skill there, and the Warclaw, Juvenile Warclaw has Bop. So it kind of always, like, I don't know of a situation where I would use this over something else. Your first stream as main support Luminary would be reason to celebrate. I have played support Luminary. I guess I've not mained support Luminary. Isn't your stream streak anniversary soon? May 26th, 2018 was the first day of the streak. So May 26th of this year, if nothing interrupts the streak, would be 8 years of daily streaming. But we're also at 2,839 days in a row, so we'll hit day 3,000, I think, in August. Pretty sure in August, that's when we'll hit it. May 26th is also my birthday. Congratulations. Wait for the May-June drops, the next part of the story. Be nice to get Leggy drops then. There you go. Mark doesn't have an addiction problem, no sir. I only streamed until I blew out my vocal cords. Yeah, I don't have an issue. I don't have a problem. What do you mean? As a family man, how do you balance work life when it's such a big part of your hobby too? Well, so considering it earns all our income, they're pretty fine with me doing this. But I can work from home. So there's like, think about this. Like if you have an 8-hour workday, plus you have like a mandatory lunch break, so it's a 9-hour workday. Then let's say you've got like a half an hour drive to work, so 30 minutes there, 30 minutes back. Well, now your workday is 10 hours. Plus getting ready to leave the house, stuff like that. And now it's more than that, right? I'd have no commute. My commute is come down the stairs, right? So that gets me back a lot of time in my life that I lost when I was doing like tech support and stuff like that. When I'm doing the morning streams, my son is at school, And my wife is doing stuff to take care of the house, and she is like taking care of the YouTube channel. So she has like a few things that she takes care of for us each day, and then she just like keeps the house running. I could not do this schedule without her help. When I stream in the evening, when I started the evening streams, my son was much younger, so he was in bed before I started the evening stream. Nowadays, he's still awake when I start the evening stream, but most of the hours that my son is home from school, I am not streaming it during that time. So I still have lots of time with them. You know, I literally here with them all day. So, of the time my kid is home from school, I am streaming for just like an hour or two before he goes to bed. And then the rest of my stream is after he's asleep or while he's at school. So the schedule is kind of built around that so that I'm not a deadbeat father. I try not to be. So it works out. Who needs vocal cords anyway when you can ASMR? Oh. Yeah, but that's what works for us. You stream more hours than a normal 9 to 5. True, but again, if you're counting in commute time and stuff like that, like when I was in tech support, I was working Monday through Friday, but counting the required lunch break at the office as well as like the commute, I spent like more than 50 hours Monday through Friday doing my job. And then now I stream 55 and also do some YouTube stuff, but again, I move it around so that there's a big window in the middle of the day where I'm with the family and I'm not doing work stuff at that time. The horror, wait, horror? We played Cthulhu just the other day. YouTube chat on stream. Rujani, where you been? Yes. Yeah, Twitch, like a week and a half ago, finally removed that stupid rule where you can't have other chats on stream. So Twitch and YouTube chat, you guys can talk to each other over there in that corner, and, you know, you can pick on each other. Just don't be too obscene. But yeah, you guys can actually talk now. Do we have a horror game day streaming? We did. I tried 2 spooky, well, quote-unquote spooky games during Steam Next Fest last week. Do we have an upcoming horror game? Actually, yes. Resident Evil Requiem. One of you fine folks gifted me this, which cost $70. One of you gifted me this, so we're gonna play this soon TM, once we finish one of our current things. Or what I could do is like, because right now the evening game is Nioh 3, I could just cut the evening stream in half and do like half Nioh 3 and half Resident Evil Requiem. If we do that, we could start this tonight. But yeah, I do have this one. Yes. I want to do strike missions. So if anybody wants to join me, I'm on EU. I'm making a squad. And I'll just keep yakking while I see how the response is. Muck, any thoughts about Scars of Honor? My throat has Scars of Honor right now. I don't know what that is. I would have to look that up. Daily raid bounties. Franier, Soulless Horror, Zera, Whisper. I could do all these. What's a strike mission? Oh, sorry. The Ice Brood 5 and whatever other raid encounters we can do. What's your in-game name? I literally just put it in the chat. Here it is again. The third comment hit me harder than it should have. Next round of stupid medication should arrive in the mail today. Would I need to have any story unlocked or knowledge? I got the expansions, but I'm a newbie. At the very least, I would recommend watching the Get to the Point guides I have made for these. That way you know what to do on the fight. Got 9 people so far. Scars of Honor is a new MMO under development. Gotcha. Okay, I currently don't know anything about that. Let's see, what do we got? Alright, let's have Flea do a lack heal. And let's have, let's see. Charlatan do quick DPS. Wait, where is Charlatan? Oh, now they're Chimeras. It's not confusing at all. And Artis do quick DPS also. And then everyone in group 1 is damage. Okay. Shiver Peaks Pass. Start from the easy one. Not sure if it's your type of art style, though. I mean, I can't really think of, like, an art style that I dislike.
Report.
I'm gonna shout you healthy. I'm gonna have birds squawk at you and heal you. Bird barriers.
Commander, heard you're headed back into the pass. I'll be right there.
Give me that. You stay put.
Hey!
Be careful up there. Conditions have gotten worse since Bangar left. You'll have to find another way up.
Brave the elements and reach the top. The new raid menu and jump to each encounter from within the current one is probably the best change they made. That was a good one for sure, yeah.
Blocking us from following Bangar?
Alright.
Makes you wonder if it's
Let me fix the rest of the group now.
the strings.
There's an amalgam dying. Did he get hit by the boulder? Hey, Muck, love your videos. They help me out a lot. I'm thinking of starting a second character. Any recommendations on what to go? My first character is a Condi mech engineer. There's no wrong answer. It really just depends on what you want to play. Do you want to just hit people with a weapon? Do you want to shoot a bow? Do you want to spray fire out of your hands? Like, what do you want? What are you vibing? All right, is everybody here? Baba Jara, can you teleport to us? You can click on the map. Oh, someone dropped a good food. Thank you. Spoil us. All right.
We are besieged!
I regret nothing.
Noise.
Sounds like that worked out okay.
But no change in the
I did more barrier per
Someone's
second than I did healing per
responsible
second on that
for
fight.
thing. Head on back.
Because the healing is
I'll send more
just
scouts
so
later.
unused. Alright. Dubbers. Question about Nioh 3. Yeah, what's up? Every time I tune in to you playing Nioh 3, I see a new subsystem. How complicated is that system bloat, and does it harm the fun? It's a lot. It really is. First of all, Nioh 3 in terms of gameplay is really, really fun. But there are certain things like, okay, hold on. You can get ninja points, samurai points. You can get points in weapons. So sword points, claw points, the chain weapon points, all of those. There's like 6 talent trees for samurai weapons, 6 for ninja weapons, so that's like 12 more talent trees. There is the points you get from rescuing the little green guys. I forget what those are called. There's the points you get from getting the Gizos. So there's Gizo points. Oh, there's the Onmyo box stuff. There's the souls of the demon things that you can send out. There's the blessings for which like thingy you're representing. Yeah, it has severe system bloat. I will absolutely say that. Fortunately, it's got like little notifications. So when you get like points and you've got some unused, it'll tell you. It'll be like, oh hey, you've got like an unspent point in this, and then you can just go there and spend it. So that really helps for sure. But yeah, it does have major system bloat. Absolutely. Very nice. Also, it's like, stuff is not really named super clearly, because like for example, you can upgrade a weapon or plus a weapon. How are those different, right? I had to ask chat, and someone in chat had to explain to me what that was. They're almost the same thing. So, like, there are many ways of, like, growing your character's strength that are similar, and it's kind of confusing. But, again, the gameplay outside of that is still very fun. Can you just do ninja and ignore samurai and its weapons completely and vice versa? Yes. Yes, you can. I have been playing 99% ninja because I really enjoy it, and the samurai less so, and I've been fine. Or you can play it like weapon swapping Guild Wars 2 and be, swap between them constantly if you wish to do that.
Dream with me.
Never capitulate.
It's time.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Stars.
Oh, just remember this in case any of y'all want it.
You fought so hard, but your long day has ended.
Nice. Yeah, chat, look at this. Devil Chicken Druid. Druid is not a class that really pumps out barrier, not like Mechanist or Spectre or Scourge, but look at this. Like, during that fight, 2300 HPS and a 1k barrier per second. It's interesting. It's interesting. What's next? I'll do Whisper and then Bone Skinner. Let's see. Seems like the same amount of neglect, but I've been busy lately and not around as much. Reaction time for Muck is way down. My reaction time is down? Plus 1 is plus 1 plus 2. Previous game was future from Game Plus or Game Plus Plus Plus. On Game Plus, you start drop green gear. If you reset her one more time, it will be a start drop orange item. So I'm surprised they give it Nioh 3 on basic game run. Khaled, as someone who has got 20 hours of Nioh 3, I have no idea what the hell that just said. What was that sentence? Healing gets capped by full health. Barrier gets capped by 50% over health. So natural that barrier gets higher numbers on low damage pressure fight. Yes. Okay. But yeah, like Nioh 3, short version is, if you like Souls-likes, I think it plays very well, and I'm very happy with it, even though I don't understand the story at all. It's an example of a game where I think the gameplay is so good, I forgive the fact that I can't tell what the hell's happening. Is it my new favorite Souls-like of all time? No, it's not. But it's very enjoyable, and it's one game where I'm happy doing like all the side quests just to like inflate the playtime because I'm enjoying it. Hey, Chip. Good morning.
Transferring to thanatology.
All right, stability on the group. Remember, the shotgun thing is soon. Whoa, hello. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. I think you want to go that way. Okay. Sweet. Select new. And Bone Skinner. Let's see. Maybe a support type of character would be fun. WoW is my main game and I'm a healer there and I'm having a blast with that. So, Yakimo, supports in this game. There are some that can focus on doing barrier, like big shields on their party. There's some that can focus on just doing, like, big heals. There's some that can do a mixture of, like, healing and damage. You know, stuff like that. So, like, to give you a few, a Mechanist from Engineer, Scourge from Necro, and Spectre from the Thief can focus on doing big shields on the party to try to prevent damage from happening in the first place. Everyone has the Regeneration boon, which is a bit of heal over time, but Tempest has a second heal over time called Soothing Mist, so Tempest has, like, more heal over time on the party than others do. And then some, like, Necro and Druid have more abilities to search and rescue. Save people who go downstate, like what you just saw. So if you've got people that are less than perfect, those classes can save people in a pinch, whereas many others cannot. That was impeccable timing. Thank you for the visual aid. Nice. That was fun. So, yeah, like I said, there are some classes that, like, for example, Engineer, Mechanist, Barrier, so good. It's so freaking good. It's so comfy, 90% of content. Having Barrier and regen rolling is just so good. However, on Mechanist, you have no way of saving people who go downstate. So on, like, Scourge or Ranger, you know, you've got a few more options. To my party, Zera is on the list.
Happy Tuesday.
Do we have anyone in this group who is experienced at tanking Zera? I could pull up the cheat. I haven't done it in a while, but I could pull up the cheat sheet if it were on me. Glide check? Yeah, the glide check. Let me do a ready check. Would you, to the people in this group, would you be game for doing Zera? If you've never done it, I would probably hit no. Gotcha. Okay, so we got a few people who haven't done it. Okay, no big deal. We still got the Ice Brood 5, and we have gotten the Ice Brood 5 and 2 of the 4 dailies down. I've done all raids except the crab. Okay. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So we're missing, like, some people for the roll stuff, so we'll just wrap it up there. So I thank you guys for your help with the IBS ones, and I'm out. All right. Hang on, drink of water. I hope they had a checkbox to remove other players' minion spirits and mechs, especially bad. Yeah. Yeah, I did a video on that recently. I tried to shine a spotlight on the problem. I don't know if they will do anything, but an attempt was made. An attempt was made. Why no Zera? We had 3 people in the group that were unfamiliar with the fight, and I don't mind knocking out Zera if people know it, but I don't want to do it like a training run. What is the new thing in the gem store? Inverted blade wings backpack and glider. They got a whole new market. Now they can just sell all the backpacks upside down. Why the odd number of gems? I don't know. On occasion, when I need to, like, if there's something I want in the gem store, I usually just turn my gold to gems to get it. On a rare occasion, I have gotten, someone will be like, oh, hey, Muck, here's 10,000 gems to use for giveaway. And what I'll usually do is I will use the code, so I get the 10,000 gems, and then I'll be like, all right, any winner, like I'll draw like, 10 winners of 1,000 gems each. And then I will give them whatever they want from the gem store. But people sometimes will pick things that don't cost 1,000, and so I end up with like change like that. So just end up with weird numbers. Does IBS5 have a magnetite reward? I think it does. But the magnetite reward you only get once a week. But the big chests that are in there, you get those every day. Because of this lady's long hair, I thought she had no pants on. I was like, what? I did a double take. Because like her hair was going down past the bottom. Like that was the angle. The uneven gem amount hurts my OCD. Oh, I got you. Hang on a sec. Let me see. Let's see. Want to do custom exchange. And let's get that. There we go. Now I got 69. Is that better? You whiners? There's a plush Cuckoo Springer skin. Never saw that before. Hold on. Yeah, y'all like biscuits?
Nine more months until nice been a good run. Let's see how far it goes.
He's very busy over there. Who's that? Add1J. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Alright. What else we got? Importing cat business? Yes. Leyline Anomaly? Might be too late. Take a look. Muck, do you have 6,900 Urple balls yet? Urple balls. Yo, is Charmon here? Charmon, in Enshrouded yesterday, we learned how to make a house out of ectoplasm. And chat was like, it's a good thing Charmon's not here. He'd be like, just salivating. Yeah, we learned a recipe to turn ectoplasm from killing undead into blocks of ectoplasm, which can be turned into house components. Let's see, Pinata? Fix the chip cam? I admit I haven't spent much time on that, as just with everything else. Like, for example, like the DMCA issues, we were working on that new intro for a time. What Blish HUD add-on shows the map like that? Regions of Tyria. Bluebell just gave you a link to it if you want it. DMCA issues? Yeah. So there was, there's someone, okay. On YouTube, there are lots of people who abuse the copyright claim system. The music that was on my stream intro up until yesterday was free to use. I did not own it, but neither did they. And they had music similar to it, and had an automated system claiming my stream VODs after every single stream, and saying it was their money. And I had to do paperwork to fight that on every single VOD. You couldn't just do it once. I had to do it every single time I streamed. So, to just get these people off my back, I was like, Noxxi, can you take the intro, swap out a few clips with some newer ones, and replace the music with something else that's still royalty-free? And she's like, yeah, okay. And so Noxxi worked on that for a little bit, and then we had a new intro starting yesterday. So, yeah. Noxxi do a barrel roll. Noxxi could probably do a barrel roll. Do Jansair Sentry. Let's see about missing monsters. Let's see. Toggle plush chip, sure. Pet the real chip. He doesn't like getting pets when he's doing biscuits. The moment he finishes the biscuits, pets are allowed. So I'm gonna refund that one for now because I don't want to bother him. You gotta respect the business. It's very serious. Don't know why YouTube won't punish people for making false copyright claims over and over. The YouTube copyright system, like, it's a bit of a mess, right? People upload, what is it, like every hour people upload like, 100,000 hours of new content to YouTube or something stupid. There's no way humans can review all of it. They have to have automated systems. But the problem is those systems have a lot of issues. They do have problems. Like, one of the things with the copyright thing is like, if you've got music on all your videos and someone claims on one of them, like, you should not have to, or someone claims all of them, you should not have to go do paperwork on every single video. You should be able to just do it one time, but it just doesn't work that way. For example, let me see if I can find it. There was give me a second. Content detection. Okay, here we go. So, if you are the very first person to upload something to YouTube from a game, YouTube thinks you own that thing. Okay? So, this is the content detection of YouTube. This is basically, do you want to sue these people? That's slightly exaggerated. Do you want to copyright claim these people? Okay? So, for example, I apparently own the cinematic of Antorus stabbing Azeroth with a giant sword in World of Warcraft. Because I streamed it first. Because I did a VOD where that happened. So anyone else who plays that, it's like, hey, Muck, you want to get these guys? Blood of the Dawnwalker. I reacted to the trailer on stream before anybody else, so I can claim everybody else that's doing that. Dude, what else? There's a bunch here from Dawnwalker. Something here in Russian, I have no idea what that is. Sylvanas turning from a good person to a bad person. That's mine. The Borderlands 3 intro is mine. Some Guild Wars 2 stuff. More WoW cinematics. Dude, a lot of the Dawnwalker stuff. Good lord. I don't usually go in here because it's all... Oh, Ghost Rider transforming into the Spirit of Vengeance in Marvel's Midnight Suns. That's mine. Again, if I actually hit any of those buttons, I would very quickly... that's the F around part, then I would find out. It's stupid. The system is really, really dumb. You could probably sue YouTube for changing the royalty on the music. I don't have the money for that. That requires time and money, which I do not have. Let's see. Titans Mate? Guild Wars 2 stuff. Oh, dude, that too. Recently, there has been someone, there's been some company that has been claiming all of the VODs from where I stream Guild Wars 2. And I notified ArenaNet about it, and they know, and other streamers have been having that issue as well. So, for example, right here, look, Guild Wars stream, ineligible, copyright. Guild Wars stream, ineligible, copyright. ArenaNet is actually currently fighting with some other company who is like claiming all Guild Wars music. So, I have so many notifications from like really old videos and stuff where that's getting hit right now. Now, technically, I have permission. ArenaNet is like, oh yeah, partners can use any of the music for their videos. And I was like, oh, that's great. You know, I was doing that before I was a partner, but I didn't know better. But I have Guild Wars 2 music on so many of my guides, as well as all my VODs, and it's all getting taken by somebody else right now. And ArenaNet is trying to deal with that, but it's taking a long time. Wait a few days, someone's going to claim that voice of Muck is theirs. My new voice or my old voice? Maybe because Guild Wars is now available on Spotify? Hang on, can I... the details for this one. Yeah, so this one is saying it has something that's like a kanji, I don't know what that is, remix, and there's a song called Wanted, which it doesn't have either one of those.
Storm's rolling in again, and the strangers will emerge when it does. All camps should brace for the assault.
In the end, the real winner is the lawyers. Now we know why Blizzard forgot about Big Sword. Because it's mine. False detection music. Mm-hmm. There was one time. Oh man, let me try to explain this. Cezanne made a funny video for us one time, and it was full of clips where I had turned into a potato with a filter. And he bought a music pack from a guy, and it was like he had the paperwork that said it was his, but someone else bought that same pack and then put like some lyrics over it, and then their song, which came after ours, copyrighted ours in YouTube. And it was so stupid. Like, the whole system is so dumb. Like, while you're looking at chat, do you think Overture DLC is worth every penny? Yeah, I enjoyed Lies of P Overture. I don't remember how much I spent on the DLC, but I remember enjoying it. I've spent money on 100 Blackline keys to see if I get a bank contract, which I didn't get any. Can't you see the chances now of getting it? Because it's pretty small. .004. That's a pretty small chance. I'm the kind of person whose luck fails at 99%. I don't like my odds. Oh my gosh. That's kind of like the question. Would you... Okay. Would you take either A, $1 million, or B, a 99% chance at $2 million and a 1% chance at nothing? Now, I've played XCOM. I would take A. I'd be too scared. I'm gambling. You're gambling? I would choose A. I would take 100% chance of half money. $99.2 mil, let it ride. Let it ride. B, don't need my loved ones and relations asking me for money. I wouldn't know what to do with it anyways. 99.9% of people quit gambling before they hit the jackpot. Because they're not going to hit the jackpot. Let's see how long. 5 minutes.
The winds are picking up. The storm nears even more. Our time for preparations will escape us soon.
They're shooting lightning at me. Stop it. I haven't quit. My mom didn't raise a quitter. Julio says, speaking of Guild Wars 2, I got my first homestead cat. The bad news is I got the Borderlands cat, which cost me the gift of battle I needed for the Infinite Siege. I guess you better get back into the Borderlands. Shouldn't it be obvious that Muck excludes Charm on every giveaway? I do not have an exclude Charm on button. I do have myself excluded in the giveaway bot, so that we don't have a whole bunch of build-up and then I just draw my own name. This is one of those moments where I hate Sky Scales. This guy's big marshmallow. Thank you, he landed. They're like marshmallow wings just batting in my face. He probably has a mute Charmon button. I think I turned that off. Where is he anyway? I haven't seen him in weeks. If the question was 10K right now or a penny doubled every day for 30 days, the best option is B. I mean, I would just be like, all right, give me a minute, and I would just do the math, and then I would answer the question. But yeah, just like off the top of my head, I wouldn't know which is better off the top of my head. But you can't use pennies anymore? You could deposit them at the bank. I mean, hell, I can't remember the last time I used cash to buy anything. Honestly, if you won, that would actually be fun to watch. I remember once when I was streaming with a previous giveaway bot, I did like a build up and I'm like, cross your fingers, cross your toes, use a lifeline, phone a friend, poll the audience, do that 50-50 thing, pick a winner! And then I drew it and it picked a music, like the sound bot. Like the bot that plays like the stream beats, it picked that. And I was just like, then we had a tension was lost. We had to draw new one.
The storm roars on the horizon. Collect yourselves.
Good evening. Good evening without Emmy. Actively carrying cash, I haven't done since like 2017. The only time I have cash is when someone gives me money to give something or pay back. Yeah, like I think my wallet has like a $20 bill in there, and that bill's been there for like over a year. So like if there's an emergency or something, I've got that, but it's electronic money life these days.
Here it is. No time to quake with fear. Rigid we must remain. The strangers have woken.
They've come to dance in the rain.
Our one and only goal is to protect the camp. Every claw and spear. Raise them to the air.
Muck, I've never played Guild Wars 2. Is there a good endgame?
Fight.
I enjoy it.
Win.
There's raids, there's strikes, there's fractals, there's PvP, there's worldly world, there's world bosses. Like, this is a world boss.
Bloodstone. Like cub to maw. They'll suck it dry if we don't halt their advance.
That's weird. They're already hitting Greer and we can't even hit Decima yet. There we go.
You must like pain.
Go live for the star. Are you serious, guys? Alright, I rezzed everybody. Don't do that again. He did it again! Seems like we have a lot of Charmons there. Oh, is Charmon known for standing and stuff? Today I learned. Ah, the non-consensual mounting.
Reveal the cause.
I was rezzing someone. She's like, no, you're not. Yeah. Muck, my definition of Charmon is simple. If there's a consensus of obvious things you shouldn't do and someone does that, that's Charmon. Okay. Lots of green numbers. That's rezzing that guy. I'm gonna start glyphing here because yep, it's like I know someone's gonna stand at that, so I'm just gonna start casting res on this spot ahead of time. Oh, I'm certainly getting to stay engaged, not getting bored on this one. There's a lot of people getting hit. YouTube chat integrating the stream. What's up, Hamza? Yeah, Twitch got rid of that dumb rule of theirs. Glyph. Mass res. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I love Druid.
Journey kit, now! Shatter the armor from their flesh. Our spears will do the rest.
Our spears will do the rest. Are you even here, Bear Lady? What's after Enshrouded for morning streams? I am undecided. I did say that we were going to start Resident Evil Requiem soon. The next thing in the queue, I am uncertain. Like, Enshrouded is early access. I could, like, just put it down at any moment, but I've just been really having fun. And also, the numbers have been good. Like, we've consistently had over 200 viewers each day that I've been doing Enshrouded, which has been a very nice surprise, because it's like, when I do the non-Guild Wars 2 content, that's usually my marker for if people are, like, really enjoying it. Weird RPG too. I do have that. I like Enshrouded, the lack of end goal bothers me. I mean, we have, oh my god, they just did that. Like, I constantly have an objective to work toward. Glyph. Look at these reses. Oh! Oh my god, that was like 15 people. Look, you should play Guardian. That's cool. I'm gonna make a difference. You do less damage. Yeah, but if you count the 15 people I rezzed, I'm doing more. Oh, guys, come on. I got 15 more seconds on the cooldown. Give me a minute. Don't be mad because we Ned's favorite. Don't hate the player, hate the game. I don't hate the Guardian. I hate whoever designed Guardian. Remember when Stand Your Ground gave the entire raid is like 10-man stability for like 7 years? GG! Revenge of the Titans complete. What was that?
That's better.
What? How do I not have this? I have done this meta many times. That's weird. Did they just add this? Oh, it's Return to Janthier. That's why. That's why. It's Return to Janthier. It's not Janthier. Alright, oh, that's cool. So I'm getting bonus money for being here. Getting my overtime pay. Alright, GG.
Finally.
I'm getting back into Fractals after the VOE release. Any of the new specs OP in there? I haven't done Fractals in a little while, but are any of the new specs OP? Yeah. Troubadour's amazing. Luminary's amazing. Ritualist's amazing. Paragon's amazing. I hate Antiquary.
And it was grand.
It was grand. What new spec isn't OP? I don't know. For every spec, I can think of some game mode where it's pretty busted.
Hi Muck, here is a joke for you. What did Freddie Mercury used when he became deaf? Hearing for IDS.
Hearing for IDS? Wow, I don't get it. Thanks for the sub, C4. Please explain why Luminary is miles above Druid as a healing spec. Wait, what? I didn't say that Luminary was miles above Druid. What is it? Like, I didn't say that. What do you mean? You want me to... Yeah, please explain why you hate pancakes. Like, what? I didn't say I hate pancakes. One of the achievements is looking at your homestead. No, Luminary is fun. It's solid. It's I don't know if it's better than Firebrand, but it's really solid and it's good at what it does. But would I say it's miles above Druid? I don't know if I agree with that. Mug, please explain why you now main Elementalist. Oh my god. I'm tired of having people misform against me. I want to be the misform. Just tuning in Muckus praising Guardian. I said I like... Dude, I said in the video where I tried Luminary, I said this... Luminary... ArenaNet did something with Luminary that they've been unsuccessful doing with Guardian for 10 years. They made me enjoy it. I did enjoy Luminary. It's fun. It's a fun class. But any Guardian has a very... Like, your utilities down here, Guardian and Mesmer have the strongest set of utilities, in my opinion, for support. They've got just a really strong kit down here. Oh man, we took too long on that. I think Hammer Heart Rumble's already over. I want to try Druid Healer, but I see I need Mace and I can't use it. How can I unlock it? Soto, Secrets of the Obscure, is when they added Maces to Rangers. Yeah, before Soto, Druid players would use any main hand weapon with Warhorn, and the other weapon would be Staff. The any main hand weapon that I just mentioned was replaced by Mace when Soto came out, because Mace actually has some support options. Like, this is a Mace skill, and it makes like a big healing area. But in, before that, you could use a sword or a dagger or an axe. It really didn't matter, because there was no main hand support option. Thanks for the tips and info. I've been looking into a little, and I think I'm going to have a more in-depth look at the engineer support you mentioned earlier. It saves me from making a whole new character. So engineer support, there's Amalgam, which is new, and I don't really have a good handle on that yet. There's Mechanist, which is really good at barrier on the party and preventing damage from happening in the first place, and you do decent damage as a support because you got a giant robot punching. And Scrapper. Scrapper does not do barriers like the Mechanist does, or nearly as much. But Scrapper has little gyros, little robots that they can send out to save people. So Scrapper does have revive mechanics if you're grouping with people that are less than perfect. But Mechanist is probably easy. Have you seen Boon DPS Amalgam is doing 47k on Snowcrows? Okay. I remember the Amalgam beta where it was doing like 70k. Scrapper's a pretty decent heal DPS. Is it? I didn't know that. Which weapon does it use? Like, shortbow? Luminary is Muck's top pick for all aspects of Guild Wars 2. Oh, please. Hammer. Hammer? Hammer is certainly DPS. It doesn't help with support at all. That's interesting. NG heal just needs medkit and elixir gun. Can do about 12k DPS if I don't mess up the skills. Hammer on water fields, easy heals. That's some heals. Muck, the visiting homestead achievement requires spending 5 minutes in it 3 separate times, just a heads up. I'm not an achievement hunter, but thanks. Just came back to this game after many years. Left a little after PoE. Nice to be back. Lot to catch up on. What's up, RK? Welcome back. If you got any questions, let us know. Can Heal Writ still do 25k DPS? I think a bit less. So that was the Zealot Writ build, which was like less healing than a full Heal Writ, but a lot more damage. I think it's less than that now, but it's still good. Because they nerfed Writ a few times. Look, if there was some reason why Arena or World v World had to be removed for Guild Wars 3 to be replaced by something else... Wait, what? If there was some reason why Arena or World v World and to be removed for GW3 to be replaced by some else, Which would you vote to get rid of? I meant had. Which word was had? Redo that sentence. I'll give you another chance. The reward for that achievement is 5 whole honey flowers from Lowland Shore. Oh my god. Honey flowers, huh? How many honey flowers do I have from my daily login thing? 460 at the moment. I get like 3 per day from home instance without trying. I see a lot of people agreeing Guardian is the best class. It's been the strongest one for a very long time. It's still very solid. Because they never nerfed it either. Like, Guardian had tons of stability in Aegis, and after years and years and years of them being the only choice, they finally are like, okay, Druid and Scourge and Tempest, you may have 1 stab each. And we're like, yay! So it's like they never nerfed Guardian. It's like, here's Guardian, here's everyone else, and then they did this. In Guild Wars 3, you had to choose which to lose, World v World or Arena. What is... Okay, when you say Arena, I'm thinking of the 2v2 and 3v3 Arena mini-seasons that we sometimes have. Do you mean Conquest when you say that? Conquest, yes. Okay. I would not want to give up either of those. I think both of those sell the game to some people. I do not want to give up either of those things. I got frogged. There's a lot of people I've quote-unquote sold the game to that came in because I was like, oh yeah, you like Alterac Valley? World v World is like that, but it's 10 times bigger. And they're like, oh my god. And then, you know, Conquest, I'm like, oh yeah, it's like a Arathi Basin basically, but you know, we got a lot of different maps. And they're like, oh my god. Uh-oh, I'm stun locked. I'm about to have a bad time, chat.
Here's another. Make it count.
There is not enough people helping kill these frogs. I'm used to take the frogs out early because they're really freaking annoying, but that's not what these folks are doing. And yes, you are who sold me. Gotcha. Now, I will say that, like, if you take any endgame activity and you're like, what percentage of the endgame people raid? What percentage of the endgame people do World v World? What percentage do Conquest, right? Each one of those things is a small slice of the community. But I don't think we should just get rid of any of those. Oh, here's the frog that we didn't kill. GG! Get rid of open world? Get rid of open world. Yeah, just delete Tyria. Hey, Market Chat. Hi, Goddess. Hey, Mike, how you doing? I'm doing good. Just octovining. Which portion of the player base spends the least money? Spends the least money. I mean, I would have to imagine the people that spend the most money are people who just, like, grab new fashions on the gem store anytime that they appear, right? But those people can be in any game mode. Like, you can have diehard raiders that are like, oh my god, yes! You know? Or they might be just an open world connoisseur, I don't know. You got, like, Flute Girl who buys every new boat that appears whenever new skiff skins show up. What, do you think Lake Doric is pretty? Honestly, I don't even remember what the actual lake looks like. When I think of Lake Doric, I just think of trebuchets and centaurs. Too much PTSD in that zone. I bet it's The Economist. Why would you spend money when you have spreadsheets of gold to convert to gems? Do you think they will ever make PvP open and questing leveling like they do in WoW? You're talking about WoW's PvP servers where you can PvP in the open world after a certain level? Is that what you mean? Do I think they will ever do that? I mean, they could make like a server dedicated to that. But do I think that they will ever do that on like just the main servers? No, I don't think they would. WoW doesn't do that either. You know, WoW has dedicated servers for open world PvP. Because there's some people that just don't like that. Open world people drives people away. Sometimes. Again, it's fine if it's an option, but most games that try to make it be the only thing tend to not do well. We know multiple examples of recent games that failed where that was their primary focus. But having it be an option, that's fine. You know? Like, if you log in and there was, like, EU, NA, or EU PvP, or NA PvP, and the PvP ones are just, like, full open world PvP is fine. It's like, oh, okay. The question would be, how would they do it? Because, like, in, let's say, World of Warcraft, it's, Horde versus Alliance, right? So we don't really have that here. We don't have, like, two factions of that degree. So would they pick factions, or would it be like Black Desert Online, where it's just like you just murder anyone you want to? Everyone versus Sura. We just turn off the gates. You guys can't waypoint around the map. Charmon says, I have a great idea. Let me crowdfund a brand new MMO, PvP focused, and then abandon it after releasing it to early access. And Pexis says, sounds like a great idea. Can I be on the board of directors? Char have copters, Muck, and at least 1 out of 50 of them do not crash. It's true. The Asura have, like, futuristic laser technology, and the Char have, we put exhaust pipes on our doors technology. Chars are destroying the atmosphere, all the fossil fuels they burn, slapping exhaust pipes on everything. When did you last play WoW? BFA, I think? And I played BFA very casually. When I last did it, like, you know, competitively, was Cataclysm, and before that, Wrath of the Lich King. Those are the two expansions I was, like, competitive in. Then I was just casual for a while, and then stopped. Alright. Now, usually right after Octavine, Deathbrand's Shatterer might be spawning. Let's go take a looky-loo. BFA, keep me there because one thing only, the damned allied race grab grind. Yeah, I didn't unlock any of those. I remember there was like a type of troll that could be a druid. There was, what is it? The Void Elves or whatever they were called. There was the Mechanomes. Like, I remember seeing them come out. I didn't unlock any of them. I started now WoW Classic Hardcore with a friend. I play Paladin. He plays with a warrior. Classic Hardcore. Oh boy. Some of you will understand this. You guys remember when I did that collaboration with Nagura recently? She had a short that popped up on YouTube recently. She died to the Undercity elevator in WoW Hardcore. Dude, I freaking was having flashbacks because I remember sometimes like 20 years ago, my wife dying to that elevator. And other people as well. And it's just like that thing is still killing people. That is amazing. Yeah, she was like looking at her chat, just like, yep, and then just right into the elevator pit. It's like, oh my gosh. Really? Maybe they already killed it. Alright. Could do open PvP like New World did, where after a certain level you could toggle it on or off. You get more XP for being flagged. And there was PvP free for all zone on the map with a bunch of loot. If you can get out of it alive, factions could be priority whispers, etc. Yeah. Could do something like that. Let's see if anyone's already doing this. Dracker. Did New World die though? Sounds like a bad idea. Well, New World was just like fully focused on PvP. But also had some like other issues. Wait, am I on the right map? Okay, yeah, I am. Man, there was a brief time during my time in EverQuest, I tried the PvP server on EQ. And EverQuest, when you killed someone, you could take one tradable item from their corpse. So, like, often people would try to get, like, soulbound equipment that is, like, in our game, when you equip an item, it's frequently bound to you. You can't trade it. But in that game, you could, in that game, you might, like, go out of your way to quest for gear that is, like, soulbound, even if the gear had, like, worse stats, just so that no one could take it. And look, if you tried a DPS heal and tamed with Beast Mastery, it's a bit different than the one on your YouTube channel. It's super fun. Have I tried a DPS heal? I think I heard about Mr. Mystic or another YouTuber made a video on that, but I haven't seen it. Like, when, as far as Quick Untamed, when the Beast Mastery changes came out, I tried Quick Untamed with Beast Mastery instead of my current stuff, and I could not make it work. Like, I kept getting either worse results in damage, or I would get worse results in, boon up time. But I have not tried it with a heal build at all, no.
It's gone further inside. We need to get after it. Watch my back. I'll rip down this whole cavern if I have to.
At least the trait line wasn't bounced around Soul Beast. Oh my god. Charmon, don't say things that make me want to quit Guild Wars 2 on Guild Wars Tuesday. That's banned. It hurts even more because the new Beastmaster Grandmaster trait is broken in 4 different ways unless you're playing Soul Beast. Right after they said that.
Almost got it. Keep them busy just a little longer.
Mike, I camped the testing room their entire day testing it. The result is almost the same. Beastmaster got a little bit higher numbers, so Beastmaster, you don't have 2 Spirit Slams and worse boon upkeep.
See?
So I ended up going back to Nature Magic. When I posted the video where I recently tried Valen and Guild Gen's heal DPS Untamed, there was some people in the comment section like, oh, Muck, you haven't tried this other one out that does like 5 to 10k more DPS. And I was just like, oh, wow, okay. And I think it might have been related to Beastmastery. But I'd have to go back and scour the comment section to find out what the build was. Because I didn't test it. Butt in corner. Have you ever tried Relic of Lear plus Guard to tank? Good times. I have not. Guard is a very special skill. It's the closest thing that the class has to like an emergency cooldown. Because, you know, in other games you might have a button that's like, oh, when the raid's about to get hit, I'm gonna hit this button and reduce incoming damage by 30%. That's basically Guard. It reduces incoming damage the raid's about to take by 33%, but your pet might explode from it. But I guess some other equivalent would be like, you know, Bulwark Gyro on Scrapper, like emergency barrier on demand from a class that doesn't really use barrier. Stuff like that. Guard was heavily nerfed by changing damage reduction to be multiplicative. That is still really good, though. Even if it's like, okay, Prot reduces the incoming damage by like 30 or 33% or something, depending on the build. And then it's like, okay, so the remaining damage is then reduced by a third again, right? Even if it's multiplicative, that's still powerful.
The claws! Go for the claws!
But I would say the biggest issue with the Guard is it takes up a utility slot. And there's a lot of stuff that you want to have there.
It's stealing magic from the lost. The gate's open. Now
I think this lady's AFK. We rezzed her, she got up, and then she just went down again.
Open that Raven gate.
Playing on PoE New League. I really enjoy PoE. I don't know that my regular audience does. Often when I play it, like I've got over 1,000 hours of PoE, but usually when I play it, my audience gets bored of it pretty quick. Like there's never any funny moments or anything like that, unless I die, which, you know, that might happen once or twice. So I do enjoy it. I might play it off stream, we'll see. But on stream, I don't know. Just gonna glyph right here on top of us, get all of these up.
It's gonna try to surprise us again.
Lear Relic is decent for good groups, terrible for pugs.
Spirits,
What is the, hold on, I need a refresher. What was the Lear Relic?
need some help here.
Upon healing an ally, shield up to 4 allies, redirecting over a percentage of ally strike damage they take to yourself. Allies may be protected by 1 shield at a time. 5-second duration, 15-second cooldown.
Open
Okay,
up,
so
Aiden.
what? You're
The
just
gate's open. Now get in there and cut off
you're
the
just
doors.
cycling the Lear Relic with the guard to have a high uptime on diverting damage to yourself. Is that it? You cast guard on yourself. Yeah, I got that. So Lear Relic and Guard are both pulling damage to you as a soul beast. That's resing that guy. Never trust ability to not scan a bone scanner post as it kills you. Dude, the old Scrapper Bulwark Gyro, the first iteration of it, that killed me so many times. Because it would pull a percentage of damage allies would take to you while it was active, instead of doing the barrier thing that it does now. Or in addition to, one of the two. And there was times I used it on Bone Skinner, and someone else would stand in a puddle, and it would kill them and me, because I was taking a portion of their
The
damage.
magic's coming from inside that raging gate. Get in
Like,
there
why?
and cut out your car before it's too late. The
I had to
gate's
make
open.
sure that, like,
Now
everyone
get in
had
there and
just
cut off
moved
the
out of
doors.
puddles before I used that skill. No mesmer portals?
The gate's open. Now get in there and cut off the source.
I can't. I make the portal sickness.
There. That's all of them. This is it. Everyone, attack!
Oh my god. That was rough. GG! There we go. Got hit with 2 stuns at the end. No bueno. Why is Muck's keyboard so particularly satisfying?
Legendary hunt. Thank
What,
you.
is it very clickety-clackety?
All of you. I doubt it's gone for good. Jormag's power is strong here. But we bought
What is my
ourselves
keyboard?
time, quieted the whispers.
I have a
And
Razor or
Jormag
Nada
that
Chroma.
My family's legend yet lives.
And it could probably do with a cleaning.
Rest up.
There's a bit of cat hair. But it's working fine. Alright. Oh, hang on. Squad. GG. Alright. Chat, I need a restroom break. I will be back in just a minute.
Zero tolerance.
Okay, I am back. I see lots of partying happening in chat. Walmuck's gone say nice things about him behind his back. All I see is emote spam. No one said any nice things. One of these days, Muck will clean his inventory. I clean it frequently. Look! Look! It's not full yet. You see, your cleaning time is more efficient if you let it get really dirty before you clean it. Then you have to clean it less often. Muck smells not as stinky today. That's because I just washed my hands. Do you ever do fractal dailies? Sometimes. Lately, strikes have been like my favorite thing. Muck might clean it occasionally, but will never organize it. Oh my god. No pleasing you folks. Titanic voyage. I bet some people need Glyph of the Stars over there. Ah, what is the map doing? Oh my god, dizzy. Pet chip. I could do that now. He finished his biscuits. Hey, what's that? Want some pets? He's lifting his chin up. He's okay with it. I'm getting him under the chin right now.
Yes. Good. We've entered the mall, beset by an unnatural foe. Join us.
Okay. He has been bothered. Chip cam returns when? That was the chip cam. I gave him the cam. Hello. Alright. Pet's resing that one. How did Minimuck's artist make his hat so orange? What? If you're asking why is it orange and not brown, it's because it was modeled after my engineer character, who people call Traffic Cone because of his orange hat. If it's just about the type of orange, I don't know. Alright, hang on. The timer just went off. Or the daily reminder, I should say. Just a second. If we die, we die. Okay. If we die, we die. Wisdom for Muck 2026. Yeah, not upset about it. Honestly, this medication I have to take that's trying to fix my throat is the most annoying meds that I've ever had to take in my life. You have to take it, and they really stress this. They're like, it will not work if you do not take it exactly 30 minutes before eating. So each day, I've got a timer, or like an alarm that goes off, and then my wife has an alarm like 20 minutes later that's like, bring him a sandwich or bring him ramen or something, you know, something to eat, because it has to have food into your body a short, like 30 minutes after taking it, or it doesn't work. Very annoying medication. What type of medication? It's called a proton pump inhibitor. Not something I ever knew anything about before having to take it myself. In my case, it's supposed to tell my stomach to produce less acid because my body's trying to eat itself. I'm too spicy for me. Can I save this guy? Alright, Pet's on him. Proton pump inhibitor sounds like a Star Trek super weapon. It's funny, but no, it's not. It's not that. How's your reflex doing? Still miserable. I still can't eat or drink anything I want to. No one is helping me with this egg. They're very mean to me. Thank you. Honestly, you guys ever met someone who's lactose intolerant? And they're like, I don't care, I'm eating this chocolate ice cream anyway? Once my throat heals, that's probably gonna be me. I'm gonna go back to eating things like garlic and stuff like that, but I'll keep an eye on it. But right now, I just need the damage of my voice to heal so I can talk again. But I will totally go back to drinking sody pops and stuff. It's like, if I can't have garlic, is that even living at that point? This freaking egg. Why does he keep picking me for the egg? Alright, I've still got my Jade bot. I haven't used it yet today. Celebrate the clean bill with help with the Panda Express. Panda's in the gray area because it is it is a fried food because fried rice. But I did have Panda once since I got diagnosed with this, but I ate it slowly and I broke it up into 2 servings. So like I had half at one point and half at another point, and I was fine. Easy.
Go, spirits. Suffer this place no longer.
Were we as lucky?
Question for Muck. I'm new, 2 months in, I have trouble upgrading my characters. Crafting Leggy items seems very hard, free-to-play player, because the cost and Ascended items are also tough. What advice would you give? I don't know if you have access to it or not. Do you have access to the Wizard Vault? The easiest Ascended gear you can get from the Wizard Vault, just from the points in here. Like, you can get 3 pieces of armor and a weapon each time they reset the vault, really easily. So that is the easiest source of Ascended gear. You can get Ascended gear from doing almost anything. You could do raids or raid encounters, you could do Fractals, you could do PvP, you could do World v World. There's the Wizard Vault, there's crafting it. Those are the top things. I would say it's more important to make sure, like, if you're just still in exotic gear, like orange gear, make sure it's got the correct stats on it. And you can still do, like, all the content that, like, you can... For example, raids were designed to go in exotic gear, and then you get Ascended gear while you're there. So you can still basically have access to all content as long as you've got exotic gear with the correct stats for whatever your build is. Free Leggy Gloves from Quick Play. True. If you enjoy Fractals, you could get the Acacia Legendary Gloves from doing Quick Play Fractals. Exclamation Legend, if you need a guide on it, I've got one. But it doesn't cost anything except time. Yeah, it is the easiest Leggy in the game to get at this moment.
I'm in position. Conjuring a portal now. I don't want to risk using the scepter again before we reach the interior chamber. Use your Warclaw chains the Kansan siege turtles provided, and whatever else you have. I'll keep the portal open.
I didn't really know that Ascended gear drops from raids. Is it a common thing? Yes. Yeah. Now, raids, like, if you kill a raid boss and it, like, gives you loot, it will not give you loot again until the next weekly reset. But you can do raids every day, but each individual boss will only give you loot once a week, and they will randomly drop pieces of Ascended gear. And if you didn't already know, anytime you get Ascended gear, if it has the wrong stats on it, as long as it's an armor or a weapon, like not jewelry, you can change the stats for like a gold or two with a recipe in the Mystic Forge. And even if you have the worst luck and you do a bunch of raids and no gear drops, you will always get Magnetite, which you can use to buy gear of your choosing from the raid merchants. Can't rings be changed? Not any Ascended ring. There are some Ascended rings, like the ones from Bloodstone Finn or the ones from PvP, where you can buy an item and it resets them back to default. But any Ascended armor or weapon you can change the stats on. But not any Ascended jewelry or backpacks. Very cool, thanks for the help. No problem.
Above us, destroy those turrets and seal those rifts.
Yeah, and we know in the next content patch, which is like 70 days, they're adding, I think, 2 legendary Ascended accessories. And one is from World v World, and one is something PvP, but we don't know what. Sorry, I misspoke. One is World v World, and the other is something PvE, which could be open world, could be raids, could be raid encounters, could be quick play raids. We don't know at this time. Mug, you're so helpful, you should start a YouTube channel. That's how I pay the Noxxi bills. Whoa. I'm gonna be honest, I fat fingered that. I did not mean to sky scale jump. How often do expansions go on sale? Do you guys know? I would say every 3 months or less. They frequently do sales throughout the year.
See those nodules connected to the organ? They're brimming with the Titan's magic. If we destroy them, the organ should fail. Let's see what happens when we take one off the board.
Where's the tag? Why is he back there? Is he just AFK? The tag himself is mooching. Give me mocha coffee. Bop.
The organ has started to falter. Destroy the other nodules. Once they're gone, I'll use Legato to do some damage of my own.
Alright, Glyph of the Stars. That got half of them up. Unfortunately, they did not have the decency to all die together in one place. Where they give me coffee redeem. Don't have any real glasses to give out. Where are we going? Where are we going? Oh my god, this tag is infuriating me. Alright, we're going this way. Summoning the wizard. Hang on, I'm healing. I'm trying to keep the DPS alive. They're standing in the fire.
And more of those turrets. Mount up on your warclaw and take them out.
Okay. There you go. That's rezzing one of them. I hope a huge pile of people don't go downstate soon and make me regret using that glyph on 2 people. Dang it. What did I just say? Alright, they rallied. That works. I'm glad I'm done with Orax, so I don't have to play this map anymore. I like the meta. Like, it's just serious enough that I, as a support enjoyer, have things to keep me occupied.
And more of those turrets. Mount up on your warclaw and take them out. You're making good progress. Keep it up.
Thanks. What do I do with 30,000 unusual coins that I have? I don't know. Oh god, that reminds me. Chat, in End of Dragons, I had a guide on how to get unusual coins. But of course, it's different now, right? They're like ancient coins now for in End of Dragons. And someone like 2 days ago left a comment on one of those videos from EOD. And they're like, I just spent an hour doing this and I didn't get a single one. No wonder I didn't see anybody else here. This sucks. It's just like they're going off. I'm like, oh no. Like, I don't know what it was for, but they really needed unusual coins. They used an EOD guide that I made. And of course, now it gives like antique coins or whatever they're called. I was just like, oh god, I'm sorry. Can't fix David. Well, I mean, I don't really blame them. It's like they wouldn't know. Yeah, they wouldn't know that got changed. But it's just like, oh man. Like, I didn't take that guy down because it does still work for like making money, but it's not those now. Are you killing organs? A little bit, yeah.
You're kidding, right?
Oh my god, the damage. I glypherize myself! Lol, 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 lol. That's crazy. Suddenly the damage got really intense there. Stop stun locking me! I'm trying to put together, find the video that Noxxi put together that's you breathing repeatedly. Oh my god. I think the video is called something like, I didn't ask my editor for this. Search for the word edit or editor on my channel. That's a lot of people that did not get out of the boom. What was that achievement I just got? Revenge of Savus Saxon. 30 Curious Mersat revenants.
Strike at this abomination.
There, done.
Recover from that anytime soon.
There needs to be more of a pause after the like she's collecting herself. It just sounds really awkward, like okay, there, it's done. Like, really? Should you like be breathing heavily for a few seconds or something? Mark, if I hadn't been to Janther yet, do you think I should skip ahead for the event? No. No, the event is just, if you're doing Janther stuff, you'll get some extra rewards. I don't think it's worth changing what you're, like, the order of what you're doing for. Alright, nice, nice, nice. Let's go visit Miss Hog for a second. People are trained to kill 10 bears and only get 2 bear butts, so doing something and getting ancient coins does not immediately scream, you will not get unusual coins here. Yeah, I agree with that. I felt bad for the guy, but it's like, oh no. As, it wasn't until years after that guide was made that they were like, okay, we're gonna do this thing now where only the newest expansion has these coins, and old expansions have different coins. Mug, if I have... Wait, I already read that. Probably won't get the Honor the Wage story in 5x Explorals. I need Fletcher Aqua Breather. I assume you pinned a comment about the change under the video, no? I have to go double check. Like, I don't know how many videos in the past years I have mentioned unusual coins in. So, I'm certain there's some that I haven't pinned that under. It's good they did that, though, since GW2 definitely doesn't have enough different in-game currencies. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Where's, yeah. And this is a shortened list. There used to be more. Let's see. That's done, that's done, that's done. Okay. Which Titan is the Janthir Wilds Convergence this week? I don't know. Any of you know which Titan is the Janthir Wilds Convergence this week? I do not know. Can you cheer for the snails and drink coffee at the same time? No. They both use his right hand. Barry says Greer. Great Taco Lord says Ura. So flip a coin. Probably Decima. Yeah. Play it safe. I did it yesterday. It was Greer. Alright. It's Bram. Ah, Map, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. Reekley switched from Greer to Ura yesterday, Nyko says. Thank you. I have been brought the gift of rice. Hang on, I'm saucing it up.
This is getting us nowhere. We need to fall back until we have reinforcements.
We have discovered a bad map.
Why would the inquest
Chiquito says, anyone that plays on Steam Guild 2 client have issues with Nexus? I installed Nexus and Radial for mount. It doesn't work for me. Also, event overlay is incomplete. No left column showing zone names. I'm afraid I don't have any experience with the Nexus plugin. My first thought, if you're having trouble with it, is see if they have a Discord where you could go in and say, hey, I'm having this problem. Because if it's like Blishud, they might just be able to help you directly. Muglow does not have stability. What do you mean? I just used, look, I have 2 stability sources. They were both on cooldown when you said that. I just did them. You just like to hear yourself complain. Charmon influence? Charmon made you a complainer? Or Charmon made you wrong? Both? Both. Which add-on manager do you recommend? Nexus is the only one I know of that does what Nexus does. I just don't have experience with it. I do use BlishHUD for what it does. If you do exclamation add-ons in my chat, it'll pull up a webpage where I have made a bunch of guides for add-ons that I use. I just don't have experience with Nexus. That's not saying anything bad about it, I just don't have the answer to that question. How difficult is the Starlet Wield meta? It's not difficult, it takes time. It's a longer one. The boss has a lot of HP.
Where did it go?
Unclear. We appear to be moving, however.
Stay alert. We're not done yet. Illusions, just like the ones in the forest. We need to find the real one.
Hey, got that done. On an unrelated note, are you planning on playing STS in a couple of days when it comes out in early access? What's STS? Slay the Spire 2. Oh, that is on my radar. I don't know if I'll play it on, day one, but will I play it? Yeah. I enjoyed the first one. Let the res pulses begin. Are you gonna play the new Age of Wonders 4 expansion when it comes out? Yeah, we'll do a playthrough of it at some point. Yeah, it's got a rabbit people is the new faction, but the factions in that game are just cosmetic. But the Nomad faction is really interesting, where you could just pick up your whole city and move it, and you can even take resources out of the ground and take them with you, so you could just, like, strip mine the map and just screw with people. That sounds pretty interesting. Just go park next to your neighbor and just take their resources. It'd be like a new way of winning the game, which is interesting. I wanted to be next week, Friday already. Monster Hunter Stories 3 for a week until Crimson Desert comes out, and I have a fixation until who knows how long. Yeah, we got another guy in the community that's really hooked on Monster Hunter Stories. Crimson Desert, dude, gamers are eating good right now. There's so many good games that are out to play right now. Like, I stream games full time, and I cannot find the time to play them all.
Too close to those gates if I were you.
You have a few in the community. Monster Hunter Stories gets mentioned at least once a day, if not more. Well, Nog fills my DMs with him, so he's the one I remember. Hey Mike, how are you? What's up, Fox? I'm doing good. Hope you are as well. Is there any good free games you recommend? I played some really fun demos. We played 30 demos during Steam Next Fest last week. And demos are free to play. Wanderberg and Far Far West were my favorite too.
Before they can implement their plan.
Those are really good. Turnbound was interesting to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we spent about a month supporting Turnbound. Free games, Arcanite, Enfield. We'll have a story update this month. Hello, Mike, can I share Bug Guilders 2 with you? You can, but I don't work for ArenaNet. I can't do anything about it, but you're welcome to tell me about it if you want. Call Bobby. I haven't done that in a while. Bobby! It's me, the potato. No, not the wooden one, the other one. Fix it. Are they gonna do it in time? It's a bit close. All right.
Have accomplished nothing here. Experimental efforts continue in every field of study. You dare to dream you've destroyed my...
Any word on more plushies?
You've knocked over a single test
nope.
tube.
I think we're approaching like 9 months to a year since I asked them. And a couple of times I've gone back to them and been like, hey, just confirming this hasn't fallen through the cracks. And they were like, no, it's still being talked about internally. Okay. Like at this point, the contact I had at Makeshift doesn't even work there anymore. There's a different guy there. And they basically just left a post-it note on his desk when he was hired that said, if Muck calls, help him. That's wild. I mean, if it's a no, it's a no, but it's kind of like, you know when you apply for a job, if you don't get the job, you still want them to tell you that you just no, so you're not just sitting there waiting and hoping? Like, I wish I would just get a yes or a no. It's been a long time. Hi. That's not good. I stood in lasers.
Oh, come on.
I was like a DPS. Making waves is kind of crazy since I imagine you're partnered with them. Well, yeah, I'm an ArenaNet partner, but they also, I've got like 50 new ArenaNet partners, so I'm just one of many. And that doesn't mean okay, so just to be crystal clear here. Someone do the plushie spinning emote in the chat. They gave me permission a while back to sell plushies, up to 1,000 of them, based on my Asura character. And it went really freaking well. We sold like 700 or 800. And that emote is a picture of the actual plushie. Wrong spin. Yeah, I saw that chart. I was like, wow, he's stupid. So after the success of that one, I asked them, I was like, hey, this went really well. I've got some other ideas that I am like 99% sure would go well, but I would need your permission to do them because they're not my character. And I was like, how would you feel about letting me make like a baby Oreen plushie, a Tybalt plushie, and I've got like 10 other ideas too. And they're like, oh, that would be different. You know, that would be a different contract. And I'm like, I understand. Like, it's your thing. I would do all the work though and just show you the final product and say, are you okay with this? And, you know, you take half the money. And they're like, we'll talk about it. We'll get back to you. I'm like, okay. And that was almost a year ago. And I've poked them a few times, then they've told me they're still talking about it. Next plushie, bacon. A bacon plushie? If you have time, I typed it in. Can also copy paste again. Hang on. DRMs in challenge mode aren't doable at the moment because you can't get other people in there. You have to make a squad for this group content, so you can't enter alone, but nobody can join you in any way possible. Interesting. Yeah, you have to make a squad for group content, so you can enter alone, but nobody can join you any way possible. So, okay, so just to clarify, you're not saying that it's hard to find a group. You're saying it's impossible to get a group into challenge mode DRM? Bacon plushie. Whoa, what interrupted me? I was like flying forward to the movement skill and I got CC'd in like mid-movement. GG.
It seems we have loaded back to
Mike, I just finished Mutiny Monday, and can I suggest energy traps, hammers, rocket launcher, gun, and heavy artilleries for the cancer rots? Area damage and energy works well on them.
Been able to assist you.
I could try.
How do you now you see.
I hate that map so much.
A timely complaint solves all problems.
Don't think it counts if you're always complaining.
Every monster on that map is BS.
An interesting premise. Perhaps
It's like you might as well not even have walls. You got monsters that shoot over walls, monsters that shoot under walls, monsters that roll over the walls. It's like, what's the point? Like, they literally kill your whole base, then fight the walls.
Unexpected.
Beginning to think you're bad luck, Canuck.
I've known that for years, my friend.
Fungal Forest? Yeah, Charma. I got destroyed last night. Got my booty kicked.
So, thoughts?
Never thought I'd meet a golem I liked.
I would say that's a vote in favor, my dear PT. Let us away, then.
You should talk to Bobby. At this point, Mark, there's a whole game mode going boom. You can't enter it unless you're in a squad. You can't play together because you need to party. Let me test it. I don't want to bug them and then find out that you're wrong. Hang on. I'll try it out. Hang on. Alright, so, Dragon Response mission. Whatever. So that's the normal one, right?
Bram, didn't realize you were still out.
Oh god, I picked one with Bram. Heaven help me. Alright, how do you do challenge mode in these? Is there like a moat or something?
All over these labs. Most portals in and out of Radasum have been shut down. No one wants destroyers getting into the heart of the city.
This area isn't easy to defend. We should get these people
Talk
back
to
inside the
NPC.
city walls.
Yeah.
Which NPC?
Destroyers follow them through the portal.
Flag icons?
I serve the Vigil. The Vigil serves Tyria.
All challenges on. Is that it? Don't solo. I'm not going to, but I'm in a group right now. Look, create squad. I'm not in a squad. I'm in a party, and I just turned on challenge mode. You can play solo, but not. All right, hang on. I'll invite someone and we'll try it again. Alright. Is there anyone on EU that could join me for a moment to test this out? Because I'm not going to cash in my good boy points and bother ArenaNet until I confirm that this is actually broken. Alright. Okay, so we're in a party, not a squad. It let the other person come with me, it looked like. Okay, he loaded in, we're both in here.
We're prepping to face
Go over to
fire
challenges.
tonight. Folks were caught outside the walls.
All challenges on.
We gotta get them to safety.
All challenges
Not
activated.
everyone out here is armed. We were still
Okay.
getting things ready.
Is there any other steps I'm missing? Because I don't see a problem yet.
Call me. The next, everything's freezing over. People included.
They came from the rear while we were fortifying the place against destroyers.
Let them in. Thought they were here to help.
Okay, they fixed it? Okay. Thank you, Tabi. Appreciate you. This is why I said I test it before I bother them. You were even like, okay, well, I tried it, but I understand. What happened to Heal Untamed? It's right where you left it. It's still there. Hang on, I'm almost done with my food. I wasn't lying. I do not think that you were lying. I just think that you were mistaken that it's still broken. Which is why I checked first. But I do not think that you were lying. Okay, drink of water. Hashtag blame Char. Yep. Okay, well, I fixed DRMs. I had lunch. What's next? What a busy day being me. Let's see. Mr. Grunts might be up. Dungeon Rush? Nah. Not really interested in doing dungeons. Time for some Gamba? No. Do you ever get burned out on Guild Wars 2? I've come to a point where I've done all the stuff I want to do, and now I've got nothing left to do. Yeah. Yeah. I used to stream this game 7 days a week. Eventually, I did everything, and I cut back to 1 day a week because I was experiencing major burnout. That absolutely happens. That's normal. Did I hit him in time? I got one yellow item.
Hold on the Grawly Shannon. His triumph must be documented. First.
Not even one grunt, I know. Yeah, I absolutely get burned out. That's why I play it 1 day a week down from 7. And yeah, I mean, I've done everything. I mean, I still enjoy this game. I still recommend it to people, but I've got 10,000 hours in this game. Yeah, I've done it all. Alright, while that's loading in, I'm gonna put my dishes away so my desk doesn't look like Asmongold's. I'll be right back. Chat, give me just a second. We got a little spill on the side of my desk here. I am cleaning it up right now. My entire desk is a giant mouse pad, so I want to get this before it causes, like, stains or whatever. Okay. Back. Muck has legs. You saw pictures of me in Seattle. You know I got legs.
Now we have fords closing off our trade.
Long, skinny chicken legs. Thanks for hearing your outlook. I appreciate it a lot. That's frustrating the bug. No, I totally get it. My main class, Ranger, has bugs that have been there for 6 years that they haven't fixed. They bug me very much. I get it. But now you also understand why I double check things before I report them, because I would have wasted time and good boy points if I had done that. Those pictures were AI generated. Yeah, I got the guy from that one subreddit to make them. Let's see. If anyone's doing the piñata, it's not here. Pinata! I think the map's full though. Meh. Chalk. Muck, did you try Quinfall? No, I have not tried Quinfall. I tried 30 games last week, plus the ones that we were playing regularly. I have not played Quinfall. I need to increase my stream hours from 55 hours a week to like 100 so I can get through all these games.
Defending them from Chuck and we all know something big is lurking down here. I have a feeling it'll make an appearance.
Divide and conquer. I'll head west and fix that cannon.
Don't do it. No, I can't do it. My family would never see me. You need 96-hour days? Yeah.
I wanted to see all the fungus anyway.
Oh wait, this is I'm in a Scar Lane group. I gotta go the other way. But yes, they can see you on stream. Daddy, why won't you help me with my homework? You're not a sub. You need to be a tier 3 sub for that. Hot take, people who don't help collect casino coins before Pinata should have an even smaller chance of getting the infusion. I've only done Pinata like 1 or 2 times in the last year. I find it really boring because of the casino coin thing. Occasionally I'll go in and mooch and leave, but it's like once or twice a year. What's the name of that 3D roguelike game that Mug played that had those throwing axes? What? 3D roguelike game with throwing axes. Afterblast? Oh, yeah, Afterblast. Okay, yeah, Afterblast was a first-person shooter, but one of the weapons was a throwing axe. Okay. Yeah, sorry. The throwing axe wasn't the main thing, but yes, it did have them. Muck is the problem? I get that a lot. That AI pic of you in front of the ANET logo is my sleep paralysis demon. Yeah, he's made a few of them. Responding to a DM, one sec. Okay. Skyscale wing is making me mad. I'm trying to find a camera angle where I don't have to look at him. Your voice would give out again? True. Unless I did, do a stream and just call it, like, immersive stream. No cam, no mic. All vibes. And then I just play reruns. You guys don't even know that I'm not there. Bedtime, see you in the evening. See you, Crimson. That'd be hilarious. No, I actually thought of that the other day. I was looking at a channel on Twitch, and they had immersive stream, no mic, no cam. And I looked at their gameplay, and I was like, how do I even know this is live? And that was the first thing that entered my head. And so I was like, this could have been weeks ago. Are there channels that play old streams? I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know of any, but I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. stream snipe to confirm. They were playing like Resident Evil 2 or Resident Evil 1. It was like one of the really old ones or something. So it would not a stream snipe game. I know one streamer that does that for all the old VODs and YouTube videos. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if they're... Like, I know for a while, Co-Carnage, anytime he wasn't live, he had replays running. I don't know if he still does. And it wouldn't surprise me if you had... Like if there was a streamer that had a second channel that just played reruns nonstop. Because then, if they could get that off the ground, you know, that's just small amounts of ad revenue trickling in constantly. I have no idea how to set that up. I've never run a rerun on Twitch. I don't know how much work would go into doing that.
Take him down.
My biggest fear, if I were to do something like that, would be confusing people. Like, people come in to ask me questions a lot. And imagine they pop in, and then, like, they're like, trying to get a question answered, and I'm, like, answering questions in the past and just ignoring them and not responding, and they just get frustrated. I would fear a situation like that. You could have a second channel called Rerun Muck. Hold on, search and rescue this guy. Muck run! Remuck. Re with 2 E's. The icon would be my re emote. Remuck. You don't want Darren's getting all worked up over that. Oh my god, don't bring that up. So what you're saying is, I need to make a rerun channel and embed it everywhere. That's what I'm hearing. Just get it right on the Guild Wars 2 wiki. 10,000 viewers. Are they all dead? Oh, I think this one's done. Pretty sure you could specify it's rerun through Twitch. Oh, like you guys know how to read. Come on. How often do we have like a stream going and I have like some text on the screen? Like last week when we were doing the demos, there was so often that I had like that in the top left corner. I had the like current demo and people pop in, what's the name of this game? It's like, Like, it could be pinned in the chat, it could be on the screen, it could be under the Twitch stream, it could be under the YouTube stream, people still ask. So, no, I have zero faith that it could be labeled a rerun and people would still, like, see that. How many daily streams have you done so far? It's in the stream title. What is the number? 2,839. So, 7 years and change. What game is this? Shut up. Yours. The meta is making a rerun channel and then reacting to your reruns. How do I enter the giveaway? Ah, that's tonight. I gotta figure out what I'm giving away. I have a few big ticket items in the giveaway vault, but I don't have any, like, much small ones. Unless I just gave out all ectos. But that's boring. No one's gonna want that. I gotta find some varieties. I gotta pick some stuff up today. No one wants ectos? That's alright. Give away hoodies? Hoodies? I don't have hoodies to give away. You give me hoodies and I'll give them away. How about that? Also, you have to pay for shipping. Shipping's expensive. I learned that recently when we gave away a plushie with worldwide shipping. That was costly. Noxxi's flashing neon of the rules that people still don't read. Yeah. Muklux would go hard. I wish. Our questions, welcome back. Nog, we were just talking about you. Someone else was talking about Monster Hunter stories. I'm like, we got a guy for that. Muck reacts to Mukluk while wearing Muklux. Hoodies in game. Are there hoodies on the gem store right now? Oh, I need to spend some coins. There we go. Who is Nog? I only know Nug Dug. Nug. You know, so next time we do Fungal Forest, I should bring Nog and Flute. Because, like, I'll know from the... Just because of the map, I'll know I'm going to lose. But at least with the two of them, there'll be more screaming involved. It's like, we're not coming out of this alive. Let's have fun. Hi. Chip says hi. What's up? Oh, come over here. Get over. Nope. He's... What are you doing? He just jumped into this chair, jumped out of the chair, and then jumped back into the chair. He's just like parkour. Also, put your butt down. Look, I can turn the whole chair by pushing on his sides right now. The booty rises. Put your butt down. There we go. Alright. We have bothered the cat for a while. Hey, look. Hello, Ham. What's up? It's turned away from the cam. Stream is still PG. Yes. Muck loses a bet and has to play a Char for 30 days. I'd watch that. I'd watch replays of it even. I, honestly, okay. Let's say Asura didn't exist in Guild Wars 2. What would I mean? I like playing weird fantasy races. Just something non-human, right? And in my opinion, humans are humans. Norns are big humans. So those two are out, right? So that means this game has Asura, Char, and Sylvari for me. Now, the salads, I've never played another MMO where you could be a plant person. That's unique. My first character in Guild Wars 2 was a Sylvari. However, when they're in armor, they look exactly the same as the humans. Like, once they're armored up. So, I'd probably go Char. Now, I will say, there are some Chars that are members of a community which intimidate me. And I would avoid that. But, just for my enjoyment of playing, like, non-human characters, I'd probably go Char if Asura didn't exist. Assimilate with the Chocos? Oh, gosh. Do you always play little races? I usually play off-sized races. Like, in EverQuest, I played a troll, which are, the trolls in that game are like 7.5 feet tall. They're just massive characters. So, like, I was often the biggest character in a group. And in this game, I'm often the smallest character in a group, so... I often just pick the off-size stuff, or the fantasy stuff. Like in World of Warcraft, when I played on the Horde, I often played Undead. Because I liked the vibe. When I played Alliance, I didn't get to a high level on Alliance, but I had a gnome. I don't even remember what class he was. It was a gnome something. I played it very rarely. Mark, you were the new WoW expansion, add Sylvari to the game. They're called Rutani. It's great. I'm gonna Google WoW Rutani and see what comes up. Image search. That is weird looking. Hold on. Open image in new tab. This is what came up. Imagine a meme where it shows a Sylvari, and the Sylvari says, "Who are you?" And then it shows this guy, and it says, "I'm you, but on more meth." I wonder what classes they can be. WoW Rutani classes. Do we know yet? Well, Google AI says not a playable race. Maybe it's not out yet? They're NPCs. Oh, okay. I thought you were saying it's a playable race. Someone in map said, hey, Mukluk stream, and someone goes, I don't think he's on this map. And I said, he's not. And someone goes, Lamau. If you think they're Sylvari, I guess someone didn't play Draenor. I always imagine, granted the age thing is weird, but I always imagined that Sylvari in Guild Wars 2 was our elves. Did any of you ever think of them that way? I always thought of them as like our elvish race. And granted, elves are usually like 5 billion years old, and Sylvari are like 5, but that's my mental filing cabinet for them. They're baby elves? Yeah. Original concept art for Sylvari was like a wood elf, then they became plant people. Really? I didn't know that. Hi. A bit, but like the other way around, newest race that came from one of the universe's creators, basically. No. How long we got? 50 seconds. The wood elf race from Heroes of Might and Magic was called the Sylvan. Yeah, Sylvan has been in multiple... Magic the Gathering. I think there's a lot of cards in Magic the Gathering that are green cards with like elves that are called like Sylvan this and Sylvan that. That word has been thrown around in different fantasy games and genres. I still want to, wait, what? I still want to break off Canuck's arm and plant it in a pot in my homestead porch, like Groot. Okay, 1, that's horrifying. 2, what's the end goal there? Have more Canucks? I don't know if this world can handle more Canucks. If it was that simple, then anytime they get like a haircut or something, with the little pieces grow into more duplicates. $50 Canuck raid. Commander. It's all over the place. If Guild Wars 3 became a thing, how do you think older Sylvari will look? Do they grow to Norn size? Do they start to shrivel up like a raisin? Do they live as they are forever? Alright, so this is a lot of ifs, right? So, you're saying if there's a Guild Wars 3, and you're saying it's in the future, because, you know, you're saying how will the Sylvari look. So my question would be, how far in the future is it? And I want to remind you guys, the main experience I'm drawing from here is when I played EverQuest 1 and EverQuest 2. EverQuest 2 was hundreds of years in the future, and there was like a cataclysm between 1 and 2, so the world was shaped differently. Kind of like World of Warcraft Cataclysm, where some of the zones got like a do-over and they were changed a bit. They did that between EverQuest 1 and 2, so like some of the continents were shattered and things like that. But it was hundreds of years. So I think the question would be is, A, how much time has passed? And B, are the Sylvari immortal, or do they die of old age at some point? It would be kind of interesting if they just don't die of old age. And then, like, some of them who managed to, you know, not get killed in combat would still be alive at that time. You know, like, hundreds of years later, Kaith is still alive, but she's, like, old and wizened. As at the moment, if they do have an old age thing, we don't know it. Also, with Mordremoth gone, does that affect anything with them? Because they were drawing power from the jungle before. With him gone, like, were they already separated enough that, you know, they're fine with him gone, or did that affect their lifespan? And I could be way off with this. I'm just spitting out ideas right now. Pale Tree's still down for the count. They haven't been able to rejuvenate her. Yeah. If only we knew a dragon of healing at any point in time. Crazy. I don't know, really, really old Sylvari, how would they look? So I got a few ideas. One, you could have them look like kind of old and wizened, you know? Like, you know, maybe like they've lost color in their leaves and stuff. You can remember in Pocahontas, the grandmother tree? You know, like, you can make the tree look old if you want. But then another idea, what if they get stronger? You guys know what is the what are those massive trees that have like you could drive under them? There's is it sycamores? Like the really huge ones in real life, and they just keep getting bigger. Redwoods? Okay, what if they're like that? What if a Sylvari gets old enough, they just keep growing? And they're just like an insanely valuable ally, and like the oldest ones are just massive, and they don't move often because it's tiring. But if they do move, you know, like if you wake the beast, it's like the imps. You know, that would be kind of neat. Like, imagine, like, meeting Kaith in, like, Guild Wars 3, and it's hundreds of years in the future, and she's just, like, this massive figure that's, like, leaning, you know, in, like, a cave or something, and, like, just everything shakes and rumbles when she, like, leans forward to talk to you. She's just, like, so big. That could be cool. Or they might not do that at all. They might keep them people size. Great sequoias are the trees that you drive under, not redwoods. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna Google great sequoias. Let me see if this is what I'm thinking of. Yeah, these muckers right here. Yeah. There you go. Person for scale. These trees just keep getting bigger. Oh, there you go. That's the old picture I was thinking of. There's a car going under one of them. Yeah, so what if the Sylvari were like that? Sylvari have different skins and heads. Yeah, I know there's the mushroom one. Do they have a pine needle one? They could have a Sylvari with pine needle hair and it looked like it frosted tips. Like he's got spiked hair. Canuck would grow and become the casino. He would become the casino. Just a loud rumbling commander. Just shaking the... Oh my goodness. They have a pine cone hairstyle. Oh, pine cone. I was asking if they had like pine needles. They're born fully grown, so they never really age. Well, no, they're born, like, at adulthood or adolescent, but we don't really know if they age or not. It hasn't been long enough. Their race is too new. I am become the Club Canuck. Have you seen the biggest cashew tree in the world? I don't think it's ever visited me, no. Biggest cashew tree. Let's see. The world's largest cashew tree spans 8,500 square meters due to genetic anomaly. Is that it? And there's like a bunch of houses around it? Dude, people have built like poles to help hold up the branches. Oh wow, that's wild. That's cool. Yeah, no, I've never heard of this. Hard to trust photos. No, I saw it on the internet. It must be true. Everything online is true? That's right. Dollar trees grow even bigger than that? A dollar tree? Shut up. Kaith had a change in looks in the Memories of Living World 2. She looked different, but she intentional changed her appearance, not to mention she got branded Living World 4, so another look. Yeah. Yeah, when she, well, is branded the right word for it? When she became, like, Orion's champion, she got all blue and flowery. I don't know if that's the right word for it or not, but yeah, I know what you mean. Also, her mental attitude has changed dramatically. Like, her first appearance was in the Edge of Destiny book, and she was basically like a naive kid who was really agile and good at stabbing people. Like, she was super naive about the world in that book, and now she's like, it's like, you know, seeing an adult talk when she talks now. So mentally, she's certainly aged.
Damaged. Failure imminent. Excuse me.
Oh no, keep it in. You can do it. That's an order.
Cannot maintain.
Keep it in. That's an order.
Oh no, I pushed 5,000 too far and his magic lining ruptured. That fire elemental will incinerate the whole valley.
She said that after the thing was at 75%. She waited way too long to say that. Cancel Muck. No, McAboy. Look at that top-notch visual clarity. We can make it worse. Hang on. Alright, there we go. Now I'm rendering everyone. I mean, it's pretty easy to see the boss on this one, at least. It's the big fire thing. Okay, let's put that back down. He stole all my frames.
Oh no, my dear 5,000. This world didn't deserve you. At least the fire elemental was stopped before it could do too much damage.
Oh no, my dear 5,000. All the stream just loses all its pixels. Last time that happened was when I played Vampire Survivors on stream. Dude, that game murdered the resolution of the stream for some reason. Did not like Vamp Survivors. Like, Twitch did not like Vamp Survivors. There's just too much going on. Warhammer Survivors soon. Is there? I still haven't played Bolt Gun. That's another one on my to-do list. We'll get there. We'll get there someday. Just need all the companies to stop making games for like 2 years. Then I can catch up. Also in streams when they're in an area where it heavily snows. Who needs frames anyways as long as you remember your rotation and the enemy doesn't move? Yeah. Then you get to Twin Largos. It's like, god dang it! Balloons TD. Dude, I like balloons, but it's, yeah, after you get to like wave 300, 400, it's like a slideshow. I wish it ran better at the high levels. I actually watched a video once where a guy tried to see, because for those who have never played balloons, there is no cap. It just like, every level it gets like tougher, and then there's no cap on that. So eventually, you know, if it's just like, every level there's 5% more balloons and they're all 5% tougher, eventually it's just lag. And there was a guy who tried to get the farthest he possibly could in balloons to break the world record. And he was playing it on and off, and like eventually got to the point where it took like an hour to play one level, and he would have it paused and keep the game open for like weeks at a time. And finally the game crashed and it wouldn't reconnect, and that was as far as he got. That was how the run ended. He did set the world record though at that time. It was a YouTube video that was on it where he was going over everything he did to get as far as possible. All I know about Bolt Gun is the Chaos Filth meme. I just know it's like Warhammer, but it looks like Doom. So it looks entertaining. Balloons on the DS, the screen blacks out by wave 120. Oh, that's early. Owlcat revealed a new DLC for Rogue Trader. Will you play it when it's released? It depends. So I love Rogue Trader. I've done multiple playthroughs of it, all right? I freaking love that game. However, there's no voice acting in it. There's very little. So I'm usually reading everything out loud. This is one of those games that usually I'm like, my voice is exhausted when I finish the stream of this. And right now, that would be really bad because my throat's damaged at the moment. So if it came out tomorrow, the answer would be no. I can't play it right now. But I would want to at some point in the future. It also, I would wonder, is it like the previous DLCs where you need to start a new run to experience the new DLC throughout the game? Or is it one where you can just load an old save and play the DLC at that point? So that would also be part of it. Because like a full playthrough is like 100 hours. And if you got to do a full playthrough from the beginning to experience the new DLC, then I might just get to it later on once I've recovered more. Pray for the Emperor to give you his TTS. Oh man, dude, I enjoyed that YouTube channel up until freaking they stopped making videos. Because I think Games Workshop started barking at them. Balloons on the Vegas Sphere. That would be amazing. That would actually be amazing. All right, chat, friends, Charmon, thank you guys for being here today. I am out of time. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope you had fun. Few plugs on the way out. If you're new to the channel, my name is Muck. I stream every evening and every weekday morning. I'll be back in about 5 hours for the evening stream later tonight, where we will be doing giveaway Guild Wars Tuesday. I'll be on the NA servers, but everyone can enter the giveaway. Maybe some Nioh after that, we'll see. As always, hit the follow button if you're on Twitch. Subscribe to these 2 YouTube channels that are in the chat. There's 2 of them. Special thank you to the patrons. They keep this channel alive. They keep Chip fed, all that good stuff. Couldn't do this without you guys. There's a link to that in the chat if you want to be a supporter. Shilling complete. Thank you for being here. I'm going to find someone to raid really quick. Let me see on the Twitch side of things. Let me see who's live. Guild MM is live. You know what? I'll get Guild MM. We got Cello Fraggy yesterday. I'll spread it around a little bit. All right. See you guys over there. You guys have a good one. And I will be back this evening. See ya. 5 awkward seconds later.